My name is Jessa. One of the things I love the most about working for United Healthcare is that everybody matters. Every moment matters. There's a person behind every problem. I care because it's what I was put on this earth to do.
I'm Ben, and I work at United Healthcare. I am just one piece of a larger puzzle, but every piece matters. It's more than just work. We want to make the healthcare system better for everyone. I care because I want to make a difference. That's what committed to care means to me.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
All right, the wait is over. Fiber-powered Wi-Fi from Xfinity is finally here. We're talking fast, reliable Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work better together. From gaming to streaming to working from home, and enjoy low lag when you're gaming or video chatting. It's Wi-Fi so smart it can heal itself if there's a problem. And with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you can lock in your price with no contracts or commitments. So get on it. Visit Xfinity.com today. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only. Fiber connected to premises by coax.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, we told you yesterday about the hiker in Oregon who got trapped under a 16,000-pound boulder. Now, he was eventually rescued, but the trouble began because he made the mistake of being nice. You see, he stepped off the trail to let other hikers pass. And that's when that small act of kindness, well, it triggered a rock slide, dislodging the 8-ton boulder that fell from, 15 feet above him and landed on his legs. That's what you get for being nice. But look, it happens all the time. A guy in Florida saw a car crash on the side of the road. There was even a man lying motionless beside it. Well, he made the mistake of asking the guy if he was okay. Long story short, the man responded by stomping on the man's windshield, pulling the dude out of his car, kicking him, punching him, and then threatening to kill him. But look, it's not just people. A guy in Georgia, he tried to help a raccoon that he found on the road, said it seemed like it was in distress. And it was. And eventually, it attacked the guy. It was in distress because that raccoon had rabies. And in Los Angeles, the fire department had to rescue a man that was stuck in a tree. Now, he was stuck in a tree because he had attempted to rescue a cat that had gotten stuck in a tree. Well, it turns out the cat was not stuck in the tree, nor did it need rescue. But this idiot/Good Samaritan, he did. And so the fire department showed up. And look, we have about 1 million other stories where doing the right thing sometimes goes wrong. You let someone borrow your phone, next thing you know, they open your Venmo and steal your money. Or maybe go to rescue a child and you successfully do it. But the bystanders think that you're a kidnapper and you end up getting your ass kicked and spend some time in jail. Look, these things happen. We should all do the right thing, but just know that when you do the right thing or try to do good, well, sometimes the outcome is not always what you want it to be. And that's what today's question is all about. Brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration. We want to know, when should you not have tried to help?
To be a part of the big show, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com, and now watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
Hi, I'm Steph, and I work at United Healthcare. When I think about United Healthcare's members, I think of my own family. My niece was diagnosed with an ultra-rare genetic disorder. I know how hard it is for families. At United Healthcare, we can make it easier.
I'm Brian. I care because I know what it's like to not speak the language. It's not easy. Health insurance is complicated. I would say our job is to make everything easy for our UHC members. I work for United Healthcare. I'm committed to care.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
All right, the wait is over. Fiber-powered Wi-Fi from Xfinity is finally here. We're talking fast, reliable Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work better together. From gaming to streaming to working from home, and enjoy low lag when you're gaming or video chatting. It's Wi-Fi so smart it can heal itself if there's a problem. And with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you can lock in your price with no contracts or commitments. So get on it. Visit Xfinity.com today. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only. Fiber connected to premises by coax.
When everything at work is on fire, deadlines are slipping, and your entire team just won the lottery, you think, this is a job for sponsored jobs. When you need a hiring hero, an Indeed sponsored job will match you with quality candidates. Phew! Sponsored jobs boost your job post and search results so you can reach the people that can help your business thrive. Plus, with Indeed sponsored jobs, you only pay for results. Join the 3.3 million employers worldwide that use Indeed to connect with quality talent that fits their needs. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Less stress, less time, more results. When you need the right person to cut through the chaos, this is a job for sponsored jobs. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to help get your job the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/podcast. Just go to Indeed.com/podcast right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed sponsored jobs.
Hold the shows, away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4537. What a large and in charge program we have for you today on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Guaranteed future repeat. Exciting return of Who Sucks Less. Steve, I don't know how you do it. You find people doing crappy stuff in the news. You find these stories, we pit three against each other, trying to figure out of the three stories, which one sucks the least. Do we have a theme to today's Who Sucks Less?
We do have a theme today, and I think this is going to floor you guys because it's not something you hear much about. It involves really bad airline passengers.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know this is not something
there?
that makes the news much. Dude, they're out there. And through extensive research, I managed to find 3 passengers, actually 4 total. There's a couple involved in one. But yeah, believe it or not, people being a-holes on a commercial flight with other passengers.
I'll be damned.
I know.
I'll be damned.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
I found 3 of them.
Who Sucks Less coming up at 4:30 on the program. And today we're going to talk about everyone has good intentions at times when you're trying to help someone, whether it's maybe loaning them some money in times of need.
Yeah.
Maybe it's helping out a family member. Maybe it's moving one of your friends. There's all kinds of things that you can do where you're like, you know what, I'm going to do a good thing here.
Sure.
And then it doesn't end up the way you wanted it to for whatever reason. So we start with a story we brought you yesterday. And this is back to the guy who basically had a 16,000-pound boulder fall on him on Mount Hood.
Terrible story.
It is.
I mean, he survived.
So that's all we know. Took many hours, helicopters, the whole deal. They
Was it 2 helicopters, specialized crews to get the whole thing out? It was a very elaborate operation.
The whole deal was quite an ordeal. Officials told Outside Magazine the man is expected to make a full recovery. The boulder was on his waist and legs.
16,000 pounds,
So
man.
these are some of the more newer details we're getting on this. They say they perform countless rescues every year, but few of them are of this magnitude, according to Mount Hood personnel. He was 1 mile up the mountain when he stepped off of the trail in a field because there were a group of hikers that were coming either down the mountain or up the mountain, whichever other way he was going. He just said, you know what, man? I will step aside.
Sure.
And get out of your way.
What could possibly go wrong?
Kind of like holding the door for someone. You know, when they walk into a building and they don't say thanks. And you just go, you're an ass. It's one of those. I mean, I can tell you that story a million times.
Every day. Every day.
I mean, you hold the door for somebody, they'll walk right through and act like you weren't even there.
Yeah. Like the door
they don't even look at you.
Magically opens by itself.
Exactly.
My big one's the courtesy wave in the car.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, yep.
It can be the difference between road rage and just a quick, all right.
Yeah.
Right? That's it. Literally. Just throw the hand. Just throw the hand.
There's cars parked on both sides of the street. There is one lane to get through. But the road is a two-way road. So if you pull over.
Yeah, we call that North Seattle.
If you pull over, if you get out of the guy's way, if you wait for him to come through, the courtesy wave should be expected. You try to do a nice thing there.
Yeah,
if
let
you
people
do
in.
the courtesy wave, you don't even think about the fact that you pulled to the side. When they don't do the courtesy wave, you're like, F the guy. Like, suddenly you're in a bad mood.
Yeah. So when all these people walk by him, he tries to walk back up on the trail. He's off the trail.
Sure.
Okay? So he walks up a little, and he slips. Now, this causes a rock slide that actually even triggers above him. That's when this 16,000-pound boulder decided to fall on him from the waist down. Those other hikers, of course, they tried to push the boulder off the man. They could not do anything. It took 9 teams, 9 teams, 2 hours to unpin the climber after building a series of wedges and pulleys to move the boulder. So I got him out of there, but the whole idea was I'm going to do something decent.
Just a simple gesture. I'm simply going to step out of your way and then cause a rock slide and have an 8-ton boulder land on top of me.
16,000 pounds.
Yeah, 8 tons, right?
That's 8 tons. Yeah, 8 tons. That's right.
Come on, man.
Quick math.
I know.
Quick math. Divide by 2.
You got to give me more time, man.
I know.
I need like 20 seconds to figure that out.
I know.
Well, what about the other hikers?
Well, they tried to help.
No. But I just if I saw that guy do that and then that happened, now I'm feeling bad.
I mean, you feel bad because you don't want it to happen, and you feel bad because the guy was being nice, but I'm just assuming he's riding solo.
Yeah.
There's a group of them, and he defers, lets them go by, causes a rock slide, and damn near gets crushed by 8 tons of rock. I mean, you do feel a little bad. Then you feel worse when you're like, we can't push it off, man.
That's what I'm saying.
You go to his rescue like, yeah, this is really bad.
He feels the worst because there's, as you said, 8 tons of rock sitting on him.
Yes, he feels the worst.
But I'm just thinking, if I'm in that group of hikers, I'd be like, oh, man, now I feel really bad. And then we can't move that rock?
No.
To me, it'd be the equivalent of like walking down a city street. You're walking solo. There's 5 people walking across because that's what people do. And you step into the curb to let them go by and you're hit by a bus.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, it's the same thing. Oh, let me step out of your way. Next thing you know, bam, you're gone. And it's just because, and look, I think he did the right thing. Just you step out of the way, you let them go by, but maybe next time, just squeeze to the side and make them squeeze a little bit.
I read a story today that kind of blew my mind. It was just this guy was recalling his old neighbor. His neighbor's an older guy.
All right.
And he had lost his car keys, and he needed to go downtown. This neighbor who he knocked on the door also happens to be a locksmith.
Oh, perfect.
All right. So he can get into the car. I don't know if he was able yet or not to. I don't know if he could get the ignition key to work. I don't know what his area of expertise was. He could definitely get into the car.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess the old man and this neighbor get into the car. And as he is in the car doing whatever he's starting to do, the guy's son pulls up.
Okay.
All right. In his truck. And he said, and he kind of knew the guy. And he said, hey, man, what are you doing? And he said, I'm helping your dad, man. He lost his keys. You don't have an extra set. You don't know where he put these things, do you? He said, we looked all over the house, couldn't find anything. And the guy walked him down to the end of the driveway. And he said, man, my dad's got dementia. He said, my dad he's wrecked the car the last 2 times he's driven it. I took the keys away.
Oh, right.
I took the keys away from my dad because I didn't want him to drive. And here you are. Getting him ready to take him on an adventure where you get an alert on your phone.
Right. And, but you don't know.
A silver alert or whatever they call those things. But
you don't know.
But he was trying to do good.
I had that.
The neighbor was.
It wasn't that, but a chick that I'm kind of dating back in the day, she had locked herself out of her apartment. Her apartment was on the 3rd floor of this building. This is the Midtown Baltimore. And her window was open, and you could get to it because there was a fire escape. But the fire escape, she was too short to jump up and grab it. I was tall enough to do it. But she goes around back of the building. That's the door I'm going to let her in, all right? So I grab the fire escape because she has a secure building, so you can't just buzz in or anything. Climb up the fire escape. I get up to the 2nd floor. I'm like, Cool. One more fire escape. I'm opening a window, and a spotlight hits me, and there's cops down on the ground now. And I'm just like, you got to be kidding me, man. Like, sir, you need it. Give me a second. I'm going to come down. And they're doing and I get it. Come down slowly. Make sure you don't reach in your pockets. And the whole time in my head, I'm like, I know this is a misunderstanding, but this is annoying. And the thing is, she's on the other side of the building, so she's not here to see the cops to explain to them, like, hey, because she has her ID. Right. This is my address. Yeah. I've asked this guy to do this. So I drop down, and as soon as I drop down, the cops are around you, and they're smiling. What were you doing? I said, you're not going to believe me. But I said, look, man, the chick I'm kind of seeing, we went on a date. She locked herself out of the building. Where is she? I'm like, she's at the back door of the building. They refuse to check. They're like, come on. I'm like, man, I don't know what to tell you. She's on the back side of the building. But because this is the middle of the city, it's not like there's an alley to go straight back. You got to go to the end of the block and curl around. So I'm out there for like 10 minutes. They're taking all my information. She finally walks around the corner because she doesn't know it's taking me so long. And then she clears it up. And they were very apologetic, but it's just in the 10 minutes that I'm dealing with them, I mean, they know they've got me dead to rights. Right. Breaking and entering. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not breaking. And look, I looked like crap back at this time, so I completely understand how I looked. But I'm like, man, I'm telling you, her freaking window's up. Well, how do you know that? Like, 'cause she told me. So climbing up the fire escape to get her to her apartment to get her keys to come down, man. They just didn't believe me. So they're running all my info. And at that point, I had no record. But when she finally came around, she's like, what are you guys doing? She explained it. And they're like, oh, our bad. All right, have a good night, man. But with that, I had to climb back up the fire escape anyway. Yeah. So I told him, I said, do me a favor and do not leave until I climb up there. Because if you guys leave and another set of cops comes by, I'm not going through this again, guys. Right. So one cop waited, and sure enough, I climbed up, came down, opened the door. Have a good night. I'm like, this was not worth it. I didn't get laid that night. I'm like, this is not worth it, man.
My
here's what you ever break.
I think that was bad enough experience that you remember that. Like I didn't even have sex. Yeah. Jesus.
Because she was hot, and I was hoping to have sex. But after having the interaction with the kind of look, they weren't in the wrong. I understand the situation, but it was still very aggravating. So at that point, having taken one for the team, I was hoping to get laid. I did not. So yes, Ted, I do remember that detail as well.
Yeah. Have you ever broken anybody's crap?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Okay, so here's what happened.
Trying to help?
So
no.
Yes.
I've broken people's stuff.
Right. So my neighbor, he had a buddy, and his buddy either got out of the bar business. I don't know if the bar was failing, whatever the deal was, but he had a regulation-sized pool table, and my next-door neighbor, he bought the thing off him. So with the bar, he's going to move or whatever. He's bought the pool table outright. So there was about me and 4 of my friends. Now, I am positive this was a regulation-sized pool table, which is different for a bar. Typically, bars have smaller pool tables.
Say regulation, is it 9 by like 4.5 or 8 by 4? It's one of them. Okay. They're big and they're freaking heavy.
Right. But the slate on this pool table was in 3 different sections.
Okay. Right.
All right. They are still unbelievably heavy. All right. And to move it, they disassembled the pool table, and then he's going to reassemble it in his house. Mm-hmm. So we get all the wood and all that stuff in there. The last thing we have are these 3 slates. And it's me, 2 or 3 other friends, and Bill. And everybody's got a corner on this thing. It's heavy, man.
Yep.
Like, this slate is no joke.
Yeah.
Not only that, when you get to the door, you need to kind of tilt it a little bit to be able to get it through the door frame. So we get to the point where we're at the slider. My fingers, it's in the middle of the summer, all right?
It's sweaty.
It's West Virginia. It's hot. You're sweaty. Slate is very, very slick. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no rough edges on it. Like, it's polished. And my end goes, man. I mean, it just goes. And this thing basically just turned into a dust pile.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of pieces of slate.
For the most part.
Real quick.
Correct. So and he, dude, at the time, it was a good one. It was like one of those, it was like probably like a 1950s or 60s pool table. It was a solid old pool table. Now, granted, all he had to do was get a he got the replacement slate.
But it's not cheap, man.
No, it was not.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I have a pool table now, and they assembled it, but the guy even told me, like, look, don't worry about the wood and all that. He said, your slate is the thing, and if you break the slate or if you crack the slate, it makes the entire pool table kind of worthless. But he's like, look, just the replacement cost. I'm like, got it.
But they also had the guy there, the guy that Bill hired, who knew how to felt it. He was going to redo the entire pool table.
Oh, he can go
All
home
we
now.
need, and he was going to reassemble the legs and all that stuff. 'Cause they basically took the thing apart.
Yeah.
He's going to put this thing back together. He is going to reslate it. We're going to play pool all that afternoon. And this guy, Bill, has a kegerator in his basement. So when you're 16, 17 years old, he's like, look, man, you can drink the beer here. You just got to walk home. We're
Sure.
like, this is going to be awesome.
It's great.
Immediately, the whole plan was canned.
Oh, no beers?
Nothing. No, because you had to go find someone to.
Were you
cut a piece.
only there for the pool table?
We were there just to help him bring it in.
But I mean, you didn't help him move.
He was directly. No, he was
just
directly.
you have one job, basically.
Correct. I'm his next door neighbor. They've already gotten everything in the truck. They brought it to the house. All they need is a couple of the neighborhood kids.
One thing
to help them carry in the slate. Oh, and I was the one who dropped my side. And I mean, when I dropped my side, everybody else it just went.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's amazing that nobody got their foot broken. It was kind of one of those things where it was just like, oh no.
Is that racket still going for teenagers? Me and Bernie fell for it a bunch of times. We were like 18, 19.
What's that?
Like somebody in the neighborhood or a friend of somebody else's.
Oh, there's more to the
They
story.
need help.
Yeah.
But the promise of like, you guys could hang out and have some beers.
All right.
Look, if I had teens in my neighborhood and it was something like that, absolutely.
You have a slider door at your home?
I do.
Okay. You know when you look down, there's a track on the bottom?
Yeah.
A rack, yeah.
All right, because that's how it slides back and forth. There's an aluminum track. Well, that was completely dented in and smashed, too.
So now you can't even use the door.
You can't close the door.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
You can't close the slider door.
On his basement.
Well, on the one that just came out
Yeah.
on the back patio, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have cut you off from the beer, too.
Exactly, man.
At that point.
And it was like probably a third of a slate. You know, like they have it in 3 sections.
Yeah.
So it was 3 pieces. And now I can't close the slider door. So
That's actually more annoying than the pool. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be angry
I don't
at
think
you
it was a
about
big.
my
I don't
pool.
think it was a big deal to come in and change that. But you had to take both
But
doors
it
off.
costs much. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Even if it's reasonably inexpensive, like
this was a nice house too. These were like Pella sliding doors that were wood.
oh, good.
This was not
So
like
you took expensive doors.
Yeah, this is
ruin
not like-
those,
yeah.
not the Home Depot ones that you get.
Exactly.
You get what you pay for when you hire the teenagers from the neighborhood.
You know what that is? With a promise of beer.
Right. Shocking. One of the kids dropped the
We
slate.
should have worn gloves. There's a lot of things that should have happened.
Yeah.
What should you not have tried to help? Or when should you have not tried to help? 206-803-ROCK.
My name is Jessa. One of the things I love the most about working for United Healthcare is that everybody matters. Every moment matters. There's a person behind every problem. I care because it's what I was put on this earth to do.
I'm Ben, and I work at United Healthcare. I am just one piece of a larger puzzle, but every piece matters. It's more than just work. We want to make the healthcare system better for everyone. I care because I want to make a difference. That's what committed to care means to me.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
All right, the wait is over. Fiber-powered Wi-Fi from Xfinity is finally here. We're talking fast, reliable Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work better together. From gaming to streaming to working from home, and enjoy low lag when you're gaming or video chatting. It's Wi-Fi so smart it can heal itself if there's a problem. And with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you can lock in your price with no contracts or commitments. So get on it. Visit Xfinity.com today. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only. Fiber connected to premises by coax.
When everything at work is on fire, deadlines are slipping, and your entire team just won the lottery, you think, this is a job for sponsored jobs. When you need a hiring hero, an Indeed sponsored job will match you with quality candidates. Phew! Sponsored jobs boost your job post and search results so you can reach the people that can help your business thrive. Plus, with Indeed sponsored jobs, you only pay for results. Join the 3.3 million employers worldwide that use Indeed to connect with quality talent that fits their needs. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Less stress, less time, more results. When you need the right person to cut through the chaos, this is a job for Sponsored Jobs. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to help get your job the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/podcast. Just go to Indeed.com/podcast right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
At Washington Trust, we believe in building strong teams. So, we just hired professional baseball player Cal Raleigh. Big fan, Cal. We're excited to have you as our new head of human resources.
Human resources? No. Home runs.
Oh, yeah. Home run officer. In the dugout, at bat.
It's just another day at the plate.
Well, I'm just glad we're on the same team. At the same bank, we're like teammates now. I mean, that practically makes us friends. We should grab lunch.
Washington Trust Bank. Privately owned, locally invested.
Member FDIC.
This is the mighty 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
When Joseph Ricardella saw a snake in the road, he stopped his car and tried to help it to avoid getting run over. The attempted good deed landed him in a Connecticut hospital in a medically induced coma after the timber rattlesnake, which is rare in the Northeast, bit his hand when he threw a shirt over it and tried to pick it up, according to his former girlfriend and mother of his daughter. Why? He said he called her on Sunday to say he'd just been bitten and was driving to the hospital. She said his voice sounded odd, like Donald Duck. She said it happened as he was driving from a park in upstate New York to his home in Connecticut. It is not clear where the encounter happened because he hasn't been able to speak in detail yet to family and friends. He is a father of 4 who runs a landscaping business and has no medical insurance, went into cardiac arrest, and was resuscitated, later placed in a medically induced coma after being flown from a hospital in Hartford into New York. Doctors brought him out of the coma on Tuesday, but he remained intubated and sedated because of swelling from the venom.
Yeah, because he tried to help a rattlesnake.
And this was a little guy. We know that they don't really know how to control the venom very well.
Mm-hmm. Or they do.
It was surprising that, like, anybody would try to pick up a rattlesnake, he said by phone. But it doesn't surprise me in the same sense because he kind of always did that. They were talking to his brother. If he saw an animal on the side of the road, or he would just stop to get him out of the road. Or if he was in a Facebook group and he'd see they have animals and need help, he would take in those animals. His brother said they grew up on a farm where they used to play in the woods, catch snakes, lizards, and other critters, but never a rattlesnake.
Right.
He said he was surprised his brother tried to help one and was bitten. He said he does quite know better.
It's a rattlesnake. And look, even if you drive over most snakes, they will be okay. Seriously, just their elasticity. We live in Colorado, these things, they get hit all the time. They got run over all the time. And they would just slither off. I mean, there was no... And look, when I was growing up, man, if there was a rattlesnake... I remember one Saturday morning, to put it in perspective, my brother and I watching Saturday morning cartoons, and from outside, we hear... from the backyard. We look out there. My dad's got one of those metal rakes, and we don't know what he's doing. We find out in about 5 minutes. He discovered a rattlesnake in my mom's little garden out there, and he beat that thing to death, and he brought it in, what was left of it, in a newspaper that he opened up and put the body down there, and he's showing me and my brother. He goes, that's what it should look like if you see one. So, okay, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Like, that's the other alternative.
When should you have not tried to help? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Peter. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Right on. So I actually did this thing in high school. I remember like it was yesterday. This girl, his name was April, and she had like awesome blonde bangs. And she was trying to light up a bong rip in my buddy's room. And I was like, no, I'll help you. I said I'll light it. And then I lit it, and her whole hair caught on fire. Like, all her bangs, like, because she had a bunch of, like, styling stuff sprayed on it. So, yeah, it was a pretty big fire.
So you didn't light
her? Threw a sweatshirt on there. I think maybe somebody poured a beer on there or something like that. But yeah, I pretty much ruined the night. Everybody was pissed. So, there you go.
What did she look like by the time you guys got the flames out? How bad was her hair?
Bro, she looked good. The banks were gone.
Okay.
I've seen a buddy do that too.
So now wait, you didn't light her hair on fire. You lit the fumes from her hair product on fire?
So she had the bong right in front of her, the ball's right there. She leaned in forward. The lighter had a little too much fluid and a big flame. And then, she had some stuff on her hair probably that just really ignited, and it just kind of took off. It was out of my control at that point.
And everyone was mad at you.
Did you pat her head? Did you try to put out the fire?
I didn't do anything after. I was just like, whoa. and then everybody else put her out.
I'm glad
I didn't do anything.
My response was, whoa, look at that.
Head on fire.
All right, see you guys.
That's it, man.
Jesus Christ. My buddy did that same thing. I don't know if you guys remember The Young Ones back in the day. It was on MTV. It's a British comedy. And there was a guy named Neil. And my roommate looked exactly like Neil. He had long, straight hair. It was obviously long, all one length. And he leaned over to do a bong hit. And I mean, you did not see a flame.
Right.
You just saw the creation of bangs slowly go up the front of his face. His hair was burning. You could smell it immediately.
Sure.
But you couldn't see where the flame was. But it was like, it's almost like a wick. You know what I mean? Like it just like.
Where did it stop? Did he end up with a skullet, or did he get it up the forehead?
He patted out his face. He got it there to stop. And then we had scissors, so we gave him bangs, which looked absolutely.
Oh my God!
Which looked absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it was just because the rest of his hair is long. And now he's like, got a Katy Perry thing going on in the front.
Did he keep that hair?
No, but he'd been growing that hair for like 3 or 4 years. That was the thing. Like, he was a metal dude.
So did he cut it all off as a result of he couldn't live with the bangs?
He did two things. Okay, so the first day, because he also had a mustache and he had a goatee.
Just
right?
real quick, it's almost surprising that doesn't happen more often. If you have long hair as a man, it doesn't mean you smoke weed, but
there's a good chance you do.
There's a higher percentage that you're going to be involved in a bong incident.
Yeah. So he did. So we had clippers because my one buddy just shaved his head. So I think they either shaved one half and then the other half of his stash and beard.
So mixed match kind of.
Yeah, and kept it for a half a day.
All right.
And then later on shaved the rest off. But it was funny for, half a day.
For you.
Exactly.
How did he take it? Because like you said, he spent years growing his hair out.
Not that bad. I think he'd been contemplating cutting it anyway. But
well, that'll do it for you.
When should you have not tried to help? 206-803-ROCK. A Good Samaritan down in Florida said he was assaulted by a man he tried to help after an apparent car crash in Central Florida. The attack, by the way, was caught on camera. The incident happened last month in Winter Garden. Hans Hamilton told a television station he was driving when he saw a car crash on the side of the road. He said, I saw the car crash. I saw a door open. Being a good person, any human being would see you just pull over to check on the person. Now, video captured from the Tesla showed a man in a red T-shirt lying motionless on the ground next to the car.
All right.
That's why I tried to go over to help. When Hamilton asked if he was okay, the man jumped up and hopped on the hood of the Tesla and stomped on the guy's windshield and stomped the windshield in. Hamilton said the man then pulled him out of the car, started kicking and punching him. He said the man threatened to take his life. Whole time he's hitting me, he's telling me he's going to kill me, and he didn't just tell me. His eyes were void of any humanity. The man later identified as 44-year-old Daniel Coleman. He was arrested for battery and criminal mischief. Hamilton said he suffered broken ribs, a brain bleed, multiple contusions, and a concussion. And he hopes the guy will be charged with attempted murder. In my opinion, the only place you see monsters is on a movie screen or in a box. Well, that's where he belongs. He belongs in a box. That was his quote.
Yeah, I bet he's a little bitter about that. Now, how do you got... If I saw a car accident, I would probably pull over, and maybe I'd get jumped, right? You see a hitchhiker. Maybe they look like they're in distress. Yeah. Are you picking them up? Are you pulling over?
Oh, probably not. But distress is different than being a hitchhiker.
But keep in mind, this guy, there was a car crash, there's a door open, there's a man laying motionless on the ground. It can still be a ruse.
Yeah.
Right? So even when you look like you're in distress, I'm like, do I trust this?
Well, here's my thing.
Not the hitchhiker.
The hitchhiker? I don't.
Not anymore.
What if they're waving you down, middle of the road kind of thing? It's one thing to be a hitchhiker. It's another thing when someone steps into the highway and they're kind of waving their hands like that. It's a universal sign, right? Put it this way. You probably slow down. You might even pull over. Do you open your window all the way, or do you just crack it to hear what their spiel is going to be? Because I'm saying that's where we are.
If you
now.
pulled over, you've already kind of admitted you're picking the guy up.
No.
No, he's flagging us. He's flagging me down. I see what Thrill's saying. There's no car.
That means there's something going on that needs
probably.
attention, right?
Yeah. If he looks like he's in distress, I probably would.
But you going to step out of your vehicle or crack the window? I'm cracking the window.
Probably crack the window. But okay, so you've watched. A lot of people have dash cam. Videos
I think also. Sorry, Miles. I'm going to cut you off, but I think it depends on where I am.
Like example,
if I was on like a stretch
Klamath
of
Falls.
All right. You know what? I'll just say it. There's parts of Oregon I wouldn't stop for nothing.
Yeah.
That's one of them. Miles, what do you always bring up? Some area, like, I think, is it like driving down, like getting down to Bandon or something?
Well, Coos Bay, where
Bay.
mine goes. Yeah, I wasn't saying it's weird. I'm just saying.
Would you stop?
I'm the only person there that doesn't have a beard.
Would you stop for something?
I mean, I went to a bar there. I was the only. The woman had a beard.
Right.
Everybody in there had a beard but me.
I saw a hitchhiker driving back from Crater Lake by myself.
All right.
Right to this little town, Lapine, Oregon. I was staying in. I just cruised. I mean, I was the only car on this road. I was just like,
okay.
No.
Well, so here's my hypothetical.
It was more of like, what the hell is he doing out here?
Right.
So I've seen plenty of dash cam videos where accidents happen in front of the driver.
Sure.
Okay. So you see two cars, bang, they crash into each other on I-5, right? Now, do you subtly drive around them to the right, or do you get out and see if everybody's okay?
If I see a collision between two vehicles, I would assume they are not setting me up because that'd be a lot to go through.
No, I'm not saying that.
I would pull over.
You would pull over.
Absolutely.
It's on an interstate. Cars are going 65 miles an hour. The accident just happens. You see the fenders blow or whatever happened, right?
Yeah, I would stop. I've done it once, only because I've witnessed it once, but it was a Jeep in front of us.
Well, that was a little bit more severe.
It was, but still, traffic's still kind of blowing by, but you're just out on the express, and it was bad. It was ugly, but we did stop. And for a billionth of a second, you do think, should we drive around this? Because you can't, and I know this sounds
what I'm
mean,
saying.
but you don't want to get involved. But in that case, I'm like, we have to stop, right? You have to help out because we saw this happen.
Right. Well, you saw bodies leave the car.
Yes, we did. Several of them, and roll down the road. So again, don't ride insecured in the back of a Jeep if your buddy's drunk. That's what we learned that.
But I mean, I told you when I was a kid, we were driving back from Pennsylvania. I want to say Altoona, but we're like up in the mountains. And same thing, we saw a horrific car accident, but it was raining so hard. My dad was just like, I got to keep going. Because he was afraid if he stopped, we would hydroplane, and the same thing was
or somebody would come up and rear end you.
Right.
Because you're on the interstate.
Yeah.
So that's why I always wondered.
So we kept going, but I don't know. It's a tough line.
That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes I watch these videos like, I'm pulling around that thing.
I guess I would stop.
I'm pulling around.
I mean, for the most part, I feel like if I saw an accident in residential, I probably am stopping.
Maybe.
God damn it.
I feel like residential is typically a fender bender, right? So, I mean, they're probably okay. I know it sounds bad. So I'm thinking like where we live. Like, you weren't doing more than 15 miles an hour, even if it's head on. Like,
I mean, I saw a lady.
I would go around and then I will walk back when I get to my house to see if someone needs help. But I'm not stopping.
I saw a lady making a left, and she's right. So she must be looking just left because she's making a left. I don't know why she never looked right, but she just pulled out to make this left. And as she's doing it, a car is just getting by, and she just pulled right into her.
Yeah.
But I was going to stop, but they both pulled off on the other side streets. I was like, they're fine.
Yeah, it's kind of a judgment call, too. Like,
yeah.
Okay. And there's no kids involved. Like, if you see a kid, you're like, crap. You at least have to ask, where are the parents, right? I don't care if you're at the store, if you're at a hotel, because when we do the volleyball thing, there's a bunch of little kids around, too. And it's just weird. You're walking down a hotel hallway. There is no one except you and, like, a 4-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And you wait for a second to see if you hear parents, but, like, none of the doors open. And then when you ask the kid, like, hey, man, where are your parents? They're in the room. What room are you in? Kids have no idea. I think and I was like, okay, look, I have to take you down to I've had to do this twice. We're going to go down to the lobby. and we will see if they can figure out who your parents are. And just because kids are so bad with information.
Right.
What are your parents' names? Mommy and Daddy. Okay, what's your last name? People call me Grumpy. Like, no, dude, we just need because if the kid's not panicked, they don't give good information. And at a hotel, what I've discovered is kids think they have run through everywhere.
Correct.
So, and especially the pool, there'll be like a 4 to 5 year old kid.
Oh, God.
There's no adults and they're in the pool. I'm like, I don't know if they can swim, but now I have no intention of getting in the pool. But I got to stand here at this goddamn pool until either a lifeguard, a hotel employee, or another adult is going to be here because I can't, in good conscience, walk away from this.
My move is boxing them out. So, like, if I see it, like, when I lived on Capitol Hill, sometimes in summertimes, there just be like a loose kid running towards you.
Yeah.
And just kind of box them out. Because you know the parent, they're just running off. And then last summer, I was somewhere where there was a nice outdoor pool or whatever. And these people at the complete other side, you know, I would, the kids... I guess 4 or 5, same thing, just sprinting down and kept jumping in the water. So finally just got the same thing. I was just like, and then I think maybe at one point he had like a little life vest. I just kind of grabbed it. It was like, hey, hang on.
Yeah. This is, I forgot all about this. It was probably 8-9 years ago, but this is great. I was walking to the gym in the morning, and this is right in front of the Starbucks. And that's where the bike trail is. Yeah. Kind of hooks you up with the Burkill and everything else. But you gotta cross the Fremont, you gotta cross across the street where the Fremont Bridge is. So I'm waiting for the light. And this guy pulls up on a bike, older gentleman, right? And he stops and just falls over. I mean, he just falls over on his side. And because I'm not really paying attention, I look, and the guy's on the ground, and I'm like, oh, God, dude. Right. So I walk across, and I try to pick the bike up. He's like, don't do that, I'll pick a bike. I was like, what in the hell's going on? And his foot, was clip-on.
I was saying, clipped in,
He was clipped in. I guess he couldn't get his feet out. But when I tried to pick the bike up, basically I'm just twisting the living hell out of his ankle. Because I didn't know what happened. Right. I was just trying to pick the bike up first, and I was going to reach down and pick him up. He was like, no, don't touch the bike now. It's like, what the hell's going on? Because I didn't. And he was like, I finally got him. I was like, I'm sorry, man. I didn't understand the situation. He's like, I couldn't get my foot out of this thing. And I was like, oh, man, my bad. I didn't know.
Lead with that, man.
It's so bad when you see that. I saw it a couple weeks ago.
I think it's hilarious.
And it's one of those, like, kind of like a backcountry road.
Yeah.
So there's a trail cutting through. My buddy had slowed down enough. This guy could have made it. But same thing. He stopped and he just falls over. He fell over.
Yeah, I know. That's basically what I wasn't looking at him. I just heard kaboom. And I look over, man, and he's just down on the ground like, like, what in the hell just happened there? Because
why do people wear those if they can't get their feet out? Like, dude, just get the baskets for your pedals or something. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
what I mean.
I don't can't get your foot out of the grip. I'm telling you, it's a bad idea.
He was dressed to the biking nines. You know what I mean?
I could dress like that too, but he fell over. That's all.
He was an amateur racer guy.
Yeah, I mean,
an older gentleman.
I mean, there's something to it, right? Does it help you go faster?
Yes, I don't know.
Or save energy? There's got to be a reason professionals and people that ride long distance do it.
You put on a lot less work with your legs because your feet never come off the pedal, right? So when you hook in, riding a bike, I mean, it's all a matter of just propelling yourself, right? So anytime your foot slips off the pedal, you lose some of your propulsion. And if you are a racer or training to be a racer, you always want to be able to drive forward, right? So that's why they have the clip. So in theory, they make sense. But the real trick of the clip is when you come to a stop, you got to be able to twist your foot out.
Right.
That's what the whole thing, man.
When should you have not tried to help? 206-803-ROCK.
My name is Jessa. One of the things I love the most about working for United Healthcare is that everybody matters. Every moment matters. There's a person behind every problem. I care because it's what I was put on this earth to do.
I'm Ben, and I work at United Healthcare. I am just one piece of a larger puzzle, but every piece matters. It's more than just work. We want to make the healthcare system better for everyone. I care because I want to make a difference. That's what committed to care means to me.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
All right, the wait is over. Fiber-powered Wi-Fi from Xfinity is finally here. We're talking fast, reliable Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work better together. From gaming to streaming to working from home, and enjoy low lag when you're gaming or video chatting. It's Wi-Fi so smart it can heal itself if there's a problem. And with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you can lock in your price with no contracts or commitments. So get on it. Visit Xfinity.com today. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only. Fiber connected to premises by coax.
When everything at work is on fire, deadlines are slipping, and your entire team just won the lottery, you think, this is a job for sponsored jobs. When you need a hiring hero, an Indeed sponsored job will match you with quality candidates. Phew! Sponsored jobs boost your job post and search results so you can reach the people that can help your business thrive. Plus, with Indeed sponsored jobs, you only pay for results. Join the 3.3 million employers worldwide that use Indeed to connect with quality talent that fits their needs. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Less stress, less time, more results. When you need the right person to cut through the chaos, this is a job for sponsored jobs. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to help get your job the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/podcast. Just go to Indeed.com/podcast right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed sponsored jobs.
At Washington Trust, we believe in building strong teams. So, we just hired professional baseball player Cal Raleigh. Big fan, Cal. We're excited to have you as our new head of human resources.
Human resources? No. Home runs.
Oh, yeah. Home run officer. In the dugout, at bat.
It's just another day at the plate.
Well, I'm just glad we're on the same team. At the same bank, we're like teammates now. I mean, that practically makes us friends. We should grab lunch.
Washington Trust Bank. Privately owned, locally invested.
Member FDIC.
On the Powers That Be podcast, we examine the players and currents behind today's most consequential decisions. Join us. Listen to the Powers That Be, wherever you get your podcasts.
Hinge Health Enso relieves muscle pain in minutes. It's an FDA-cleared device that delivers drug-free relief on the go, so you could feel better by the end of your favorite podcast. Check your eligibility at hingehealth.com/move.
The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Man trying to retrieve a cat perched at the top of a tall pine tree ended up needing to be rescued himself in the Los Angeles Mission Hills neighborhood on Wednesday night. LA firefighters were sent to Burnett Avenue after receiving reports of a man trapped in a tree about 11:30 at night. When crews arrived at the scene, they found the man was still stuck relatively high up the 60-foot pine tree. Video footage shows the man's black and white cat perched at the very top of the tree, where he was trying to rescue it before he got stuck. Fire crews then used a ladder to assist the man down from the tree and evaluated him for any injuries. He was soon released and seen walking back to a group of onlookers who had gathered at the scene. The cat was left to its natural ability to climb down due to a series of high-voltage lines that made rescue efforts dangerous for firefighters. So the cat basically just ended up coming down on its own.
Yeah.
When should you have not tried to help? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Amanda. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, boys.
Hola.
Hello, hello. Well, this is a great topic, and I'm going to get some things off my chest with this, so thank you.
Uh-oh. I'll take those things.
Wrong things, buddy.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Those
All right.
things.
I thought they were the right things. Yeah.
So my little situation, even as it sits right now, my younger sibling, needed a spot to stay, and so I offered my spot up for him to stay. This is a while ago. I granted him a year of staying with me so he could get his feet back on the ground and get his life up and running again. So it has not been a year. It's been about 8 months now that he's been with me. And I am not a pot smoker. I don't like it. It gives me a headache, all that good stuff. I'm just not my lifestyle kind of stuff.
Right.
And I am a renter, so that stuff is not allowed anyway for anybody. But he does it anyway. My house smells like the essence of that. So it sucks in that way. I have come to find out that my sibling is a hoarder type person who, like, it's just gross. Just I lead a pretty clean life for the most part.
You used to.
But so, yeah. And so now I have hoarder-like tendencies that are going on in my home. And, like, I swear to God, if I pick something up, my sibling is like, where did that go? I'm like, dude, that was trash. I don't get it. So he knows, like, where it's at or what's missing. And then we got a girlfriend now who is basically my, like, second roommate who is coming, going, showering, cleaning, all those things. So it's just, like, it's been hell. Terrible.
What was his situation that he needed a place to, quote unquote, reset?
Okay, so this is probably, so he came from a different state, like he was about to be homeless, but the whole thing of it is, the reason I even did this is because when I needed help, like a very long time ago with my kids, he actually was the only family member to help me, and he helped for a good year. Like, he helped me a lot, and so, like, I kind of was like, okay, you know, he was a kid at that. We're 10 years young. He's 10 years younger than I am. And so, you know, like, he was literally a kid. He came out in his mid-20s to help me out when nobody did help. So I was like, all right, you know what? My life is on track. So I can help you now, you know. But literally he came out and he is not the same person, you know, like, at all. And so I kind of, the therapeutic part of this for me it's really hard because I love this kid a lot. But at the same time, my life is no bueno. It's not healthy for me. And the thing of it is, though, is like, because now he's almost 40. And he's got this girlfriend, like, he's got a great job. Like, he put himself together very well, you know?
So why is he still staying with you? If he has a good job and all that kind of thing, why isn't it? Because I would just think, if I have the money to move out, I would do that.
Thank you. And I even asked him, I was like, why do you want to live with me? You have a room here. You could have a house. You could be with your girl. Like, all this. I asked him, and he's like, well, you told me a year. And I'm like, dude, but you're giving me, like, I have I have two kids they're teenagers, but they don't even feel comfortable. I have friends that don't want to be over at my house, and all this because his lifestyle. And I don't think
is it just the smoking weed, or is there more to it? I know you said he's kind of a hoarder and a mess,
right?
But is he a nasty person, or is he decent, or is he creepy, or you know what?
I mean, I would say he probably has. He's very introverted, I guess you could say. He probably has, like, some social emotional stuff. But the thing that is driving me up the rails, the thing that really, really bothers me is that his girlfriend has, like, started coming and staying. And so that's the thing. And, like, I was asking, okay, can you pay $100 a week? Because now the utilities have gone up.
Yeah.
Like, everything is spiked up.
Water alone.
Yeah, if you take a shower, sure. So have you talked to him about his girlfriend maybe not coming over all the time? Does she have a place?
So her situation is it's sad. It sucks all around. But she lives with her ex-husband's mom and dad.
Jesus Christ.
And so she has no place. And when I've gotten mad at him, I've been like, go to her house. He's like, I can't. And I was like, okay. So you all can, like, abuse this situation and not respect me, but you'll respect her place.
Also, just tell him to go outside to smoke the damn weed.
Right. if nothing else.
Even if he does that, though, it lingers.
It does, but at least it's not indoors,
Right.
I think I have a suspicion. I'm not a pot smoker. Maybe you guys can help out with this. I have a suspicion. One day I was home early, and I heard him coughing like so bad in the bathroom, and I was like, "Is he sick?" But he was fine. But what I think he does is, I think he goes and takes a shower and closes the bathroom all up and hits it hard in there.
Probably, yeah. You got an
Shower.
exhaust. Absolutely.
It's called a Hawaiian hot box.
Is that see? I was thinking, is that a thing? And I had to look it up because I was like, why does it smell in here? And then
you know why. Whether you smoke pot or not. Look, I don't shoot heroin, but I can typically judge if somebody shot up heroin in my bathroom, right? I mean, there are telltale signs. You're not dumb. You know what he's doing. My question for you is, all right, so you feel like you owe him one because he helped you out with the kid. It's been 8 months.
Yeah.
Do you have 4 months left in you, or are you just going to snap?
No, I gave him a 22-day notice. But I know that he's been trying to find a place, but he can't get a place. So now my heartstrings are real sad because I don't want him. Great, now he's on the streets out here. Instead, I don't want that for him. But at the same time, I'm not responsible for him.
No,
I thought you said he had a good job.
He does. He has a good job. But in the same token, I don't know if his credit is shot or whatever. Or I have no idea what the deal is. But he's been declined places. But it's him and his girlfriend trying to move in together.
Okay. All right. So neither one of them are very well bank worthy.
Does she work?
She worked. They met at the same place. They worked at the same place. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, your credit might be shot, but if you have a good job, typically when you're renting, they just want to see some pay stubs.
Correct. They just
right?
want to make sure you get,
Right. If you have the money, they're not worried about what you did in the past. They want to know what they believe you can do now and into the future of whatever your lease might be. So if he has a decent job and he has pay stubs, most places that rent, unless you're going some high dollar place in Bellevue or something, but if you're just getting a normal apartment, they're not running a whole lot of credit checks.
There's also low income housing available for people who are struggling.
Sure.
Who don't have those resources as well.
Yeah, you can get a place.
I mean, trust me.
I promise you can get a place.
You might be on a list or whatever, but
Sure.
you can just keep knocking on doors. Figure it out until you find a place to live.
All right, well, look, do you feel any better getting it off your chest?
I do, but can I, okay, so I have a question.
All right.
I gave him this 22-day notice. It's up on June 2nd. If he doesn't have a spot, what should I do? Just, that's where I'm struggling.
That's a judgment call. That's what the struggle is. I mean, that's the whole thing. It wouldn't be a struggle if we had the answer for you. It's a judgment call.
Yeah.
Because it's a family member and he helped you out. I know what I would do, but I'm a little less forgiving. You got to go.
And what would you do? I want to hear. What would you do?
Okay. I would say this is the deal that we made. All right. To me, that's first and foremost. Because if you're going to renege on a deal, I will walk away from anything. And that's it. So this is the deal we made. If you need some extra time, then arrangements need to be made where this is going to be done in the form of money, right? Then it's going to be $300 a week, whatever it's going. And if you can't do that, then you got to go.
There's also one more option. When is your lease up?
My lease is up in a year.
Can you get out of it?
I mean, you can.
I don't want to. I like where I live. I don't want to do that.
Even if you just move 2 doors down in the hallway or wherever you are, Could you go to a one bed? Could you move to a 1-bedroom unit close to you?
But it's got kids, man.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I have my kids that come. That's the problem. Is it's set up for my kids and I. You know what I mean? So having him there has been burdensome.
Yeah, I would let him know. Here's the date. I understand you might need time. I don't buy I can't get a place. That's bull ass. But that said, okay, we're going to do it week by week, and it is $300 a week at least. And if you fail to pay that, you're gone. Your stuff's gone, everything. Because I've asked you, and you have a girlfriend, and both of you have this good job. And between the two of you and your grown-ass adults, and you're telling me, not for lack of funds, but you're telling me something about your past, you can't get a place. I've got a very checkered past myself, and during the worst of my times, if I had the money, I could get a place. I don't buy that at all.
And even though you're siblings, there's still there's rules when you're roommates, right? Like me and Miles and Thrill lived together for a while. I am far from the cleanest person in the world, right? Not like I'm filthy, just like clutter. But the common spaces we share together, you got to stay clean.
Yeah.
Right? That's part of the deal. So if he wants to live with
the living room was always, whatever your bedroom looks like, that's your own business.
Right.
But yeah, the living room was always taken care of. By the way, just so you know, Amanda, we're going to move on. But that said, most of the people on YouTube are just telling you, look, you got to, it's time to go.
Yeah.
It's time to go.
I wouldn't even give him an option. Because if you give him an option, he's going to keep taking the option.
Yeah. I mean, I wish you the best of luck on there, but that is the universe. Not one person's like, oh, I feel bad. They're like, you can feel bad.
I told you, man.
You still got to get.
I've got one friend of mine has passed on, but I know for a fact that there's 2 other people out there.
Yeah.
And they've done it before, that if they ever said, I want to come out to Seattle and see you, I would be like, no.
Because they're going to be a roommate, right?
They're not leaving. Yeah. Oh, man, it's beautiful out here. I'm just going to stay for the summer.
No.
I know they're freeloading anyway, wherever they are right now. Yeah. I know they're living with 3 or 4 people as a 50-year-old. Right. As a 55-year-old. So,
and to me, age makes a big difference on that. If she said her brother was like 22, it's like, all right, well, you're not. You still got to get out there and do your stuff.
Tim would
but
have
at 40, like, no, bye.
Tim would have got off the couch after a month and a half, 2 months with his dog and everything else, unless his girlfriend's mom had knocked on the door and dragged her daughter out.
Right.
Because he wanted to be with her. And that was basically it. He's like, all right, I'll go find my own place now.
Right, but that's the motivation.
But he always could have. And that's what sucked.
But the other thing, too,
he was just spending money on weed and, pizza.
But you said he wasn't even working. She's saying her brother.
Well, he still had money from his old job at Walmart
right.
before he got fired in North Carolina.
But I'm a thrill. Like, he's got a job. You have a girlfriend. Like, go get a place.
And they met at the same place that apparently, I'm not saying they pay extraordinarily well, but they pay good enough that they call it a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Christ, man. But you tell me 2 adults can't figure it out. It's like, then there's something wrong there. That is not your burden to deal with, man.
When should you have not tried to help? 206-803-ROCK.
Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hinge Health Enso relieves muscle pain in minutes. It's an FDA-cleared device that delivers drug-free relief on the go, so you could feel better by the end of your favorite podcast. Check your eligibility at hingehealth.com/move.
The podcast Campus Files is back with more stories of scandal, crime, and intrigue on college campuses.
It is not hard to destroy a college.
It's almost like a university under siege.
Listen to and follow Campus Files, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
Hello, Pat. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So, this, about 7 years ago, I was on my way home from work. I was coming out from downtown Tacoma, around the 16 interchange there, and going to get on I-5. And there was a Mini Cooper in front of me on the in one lane in front of me on the right, and he was obviously face first down in his cell phone. And then coming up behind me on my left was like a Ram 4500. Like a
big one. That's a big ass truck. Yeah.
Yeah, and he had a 40-foot fifth wheel he was towing, and he was exhibiting the same behavior. He's also face first down on his phone. So between these two jokers, there's nothing I can do to help them. So
you should have texted him real quick.
Right? I don't know them. So I just decided to punch it and get in front of the truck and get out of there. And then as I was looking back in the rear view to see what happened to this, it was like watching an alligator eat an antelope or a crocodile eat an antelope. Like Mini Cooper splashed all over the place. There's like a geyser of cars, and then I just missed that. And I got home, and my wife was all worried. You know, she's like, "Oh God, I saw this horrible accident on the news. There's like a 27-car pileup on I-5." I was like, "I just missed that. I saw that happen in the rearview."
But you kept driving, right?
Yeah, I couldn't. There's nothing I could do to help.
Right.
him.
Yep. That was just a hypothetical I threw out earlier.
And you said they're both face down on the phone.
Yeah. Just face down on their phones. This is like 7 years ago when you know the whole touchscreen smartphones are a new thing, new fancy thing.
Okay. All right.
That is unbelievable.
I see a lot of people on their phone, man.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. And all I can think is like, look, you know, there was the guy that clipped our car a couple of weeks ago. He just made a bad judgment. He was not on his phone. So I was pretty chill when we got out of the car, right? Just, are you okay? Before you start freaking out, are you all right? He's like, yeah. Is your wife all right? Yeah. I said, okay. Then if we want to get mad, we have to find something else to get mad about. But everyone's okay. And it was just a fender bender. Had it been the exact same fender bender, but he's looking at his phone, I would have gotten out of the car hot. Because I was saying, because we see people on their phone all the time, and I'm like, man, if that person hits our car, I'm going to beat the living S out of them. I have such a low tolerance for that. Like, you're not high. You're looking at your phone. Like, what do you?
Well, also too, when I'm behind people, I can see them on their phone and like the light's green. I'm just like, dude.
That pisses me off.
I give them like 2 seconds. I'm like, I give them the gentle tap, not.
I go straight. If you're on your phone, you know, some people they just got to space out, don't notice the turn green. But when you're on your phone, like, dude, you're behind the wheel, and it shocks me how much on I-5. Like, you're going 70 miles an hour, and you're reading a text, and you're shooting by us. Like, I have no ill will towards you, but if you hit me because you're on your phone, I'm going to beat the living S out of you. That drives me bananas.
Here you go. Good Samaritan who was ambushed and attacked while trying to help an apparent car crash victim believes the motorist wanted to take his life.
Jeez.
He kept saying, "I'm going to kill you.
Okay.
I'm going to kill you," on the 429 expressway near Walt Disney World. He noticed a white Lexus had crashed into a guardrail, and once again, the guy was passed out behind the wheel. You. I saw the guy. He looked like he was asleep or knocked out. I thought he was dead. So I asked the guy if he's all right. He got up once he heard my door close. He was waiting for me when I walked up to his car. That's when he pounced. It just happened. I was stunned. That's the second story we have out of Florida.
Jesus,
someone
man.
attacking someone who was trying to help him.
Okay, new rule. If you go to Florida and someone looks like they need help on the road, don't help them.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, again, no offense. Full offense. It depends on where you are. Yeah. Central Florida, where they're at?
Central, no.
No way.
Yeah.
Right?
Tampa, Orlando, Miami, maybe.
Well, I mean, that's not that far from Orlando.
It's not that far, but still, they didn't say Orlando. They said Central Florida.
Yeah, Orlando's weird, too. I don't know. I know my buddy, he married a girl that her family's from Miami.
All right.
And they are just always like, wait till tomorrow. The family's showing up from Central Florida.
Oh.
And I was like, I've been to Jacksonville. They're like, yeah, that's Northern Florida. They're just like, just trust me, man. They're different.
And you met them?
I did.
And?
Insane.
Really?
Yeah, think more of like Appalachia or.
Okay, they got that vibe going on.
Correct.
Hold my beer vibe.
Hold my beer vibe, like sneaking liquor into a wedding that was an open tab.
What? They snuck liquor into a wedding that had an open tab.
Is that a Knicks game?
Yes, I know. It's almost like, why do you have flask? We're all staying in the hotel. The reception's in the ballroom. It's open bar. I want to say the dad had even paid for like the little hotel bar to have a tab of like $1,000 or something. Like, what are you guys doing? Like,
and it's not going to.
Hey, this is what we drink. This is all we want. And it's like that bottom of the shelf crap.
Wow.
It was
Homemade.
very strange. So I'm just telling you, don't help people in Central Florida if they're stuck on the side of the road.
When should you have not tried to help? 206-803.
How We Made Your Mother is a rewatch podcast that looks back episode by episode at the hit TV show How I Met Your Mother. It's hosted by me, Josh Radnor, along with series co-creator and my friend Craig Thomas.
Follow How We Made Your Mother wherever you get your podcasts.
Rock. Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Daily Mix Show on a boat.
On a boat?
They're on a boat.
Yeah.
They're on a boat. Friday morning, join the Daily Mix Show live from the Edmonds Kingston Ferry. Broadcasting their show live from 6 until 10.
For no reason other than the fact that they can.
Mick said he's going to get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to get up there on time. I think they're going to start off early. The goal, from what I understand, I know they're just riding the ferry doing their show.
Yeah.
But they really just went over to go to Kingston and get some pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I told them, look, man, if you're going to get that pizza over there at that sourdough place, bring us a couple pizzas
Please.
back.
Please.
You just drop by.
We'll give them the money for it.
Studio on the way
Yes.
back. We'll have a nice Friday lunch in here.
Yeah.
Let them do the legwork. Just give them some cash maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But either way, they are celebrating the Washington State Ferry and 75 years of service in the Pacific Northwest.
75 years.
75 years.
Okay.
So they're going out there to do a little birthday pizza party.
Do we not have the most extensive ferry?
We have the largest in the United States.
But I feel like we had one of them.
Boston
Has a bunch. Well, there's a lot of them out there that go out to like the Cape and stuff.
Right, but I mean,
I
just
feel
as
like
far
we
as
have the largest and most used
ferry system. We do.
Correct, right?
Okay.
Because people commute and stuff.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they're going to be on a boat. I don't know how many times it's going to take them to get over and back and over and back.
How long is that ride? Is that
4 or 5
minutes?
4 or 5, maybe 40 minutes. Is that what it is?
Maybe it's pretty short.
Yeah.
But Friday is supposed to be beautiful.
Oh man, no kidding.
So weather-wise,
They'll have the best
if you want
view
to get
in
on a
the
boat
city.
and do that. I think they've got some new rules with the ferry too, where they have designated areas where you can bring your dog.
I've heard that.
So they just passed that this week.
Suzanne just asked, are they going to Sourdough Willie's? We're
Yes.
hoping that
Yes.
they do. Look, I don't care if they go for them. What we're saying is if they do go for them, we will give you cash. Can you please bring some back to the studio?
Yeah. That's a pizza-loving show right there. Danny alone, man.
Oh, God, no kidding.
Absolutely. So hopefully you can maybe take it one way or the other and join them for the broadcast. All right, our question, when should you have not tried to help? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Aaron. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So I used to be a waiter. I don't even know if this restaurant exists anymore. At a place called Joe's Crab Shack.
Yeah.
And
I think they're a chain, man.
Yeah, I didn't know if they had made it after all these years or not, because they used to be everywhere, but I haven't seen one in a while.
I know there's not
but
any
I was
up
a waiter.
here, but that was a pretty big chain.
Joe's
So-
Crab Shack?
Oh yeah. You don't remember those?
I don't.
There's one in San
I
Diego.
think they started in Florida because they have the stone crab legs.
All right.
I don't know. You worked there. Isn't that the thing, like the crab legs?
Yeah, it was. And the one I worked at was in Texas, so maybe it's more of a southern thing.
Oh, they have one in San Diego.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it's one of my first waiting jobs, and I was never good at carrying drinks. I don't know how people do it.
I mean, it's kind of important when you're a waiter.
Yeah, I mean,
it's always impressive, but it is also important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I didn't last very long. So I was walking to a table, and I had some tea on a tray, and one of the cups fell off, and it poured down the back of this kid's shirt. And his parents were like, they kind of started laughing and stuff, but I was mortified. I said, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. I said, let me get a towel. And they're like, oh, it's okay. And I was like, I'm sorry. And I kept wanting to try to help. But while I kept wanting to try to help, I kept saying I was sorry, which is what ruined it, because the more I said I was sorry, I think they started to think about it. And they're like, oh, yeah, okay, well, I guess if this guy's sorry, this is what I think they thought in their head, then we must need to get mad. Because the more I apologized, the more they started getting angrier and angrier. And then I was like, I wish I had just not done anything.
How old was this kid that you dropped the drink on?
I would guess 10-ish, maybe.
That's
well,
so funny.
You should be able to get a Joe's Crab Shack T-shirt in a small and just bring it over to the table,
Yes, yeah, that would have been great.
So did they end up getting outwardly mad at you?
They got to the point, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where, like, someone starts off, it just kind of ended in a way where, like, they just didn't want to talk to me, and they were they're just kind of like, yeah, no, that's fine, and just trying to get me to quit talking. So it wasn't any yelling or any nastiness, really, but they were definitely not happy with me. They just wanted me to shut up.
How long did you last as a waiter?
Oh, God. If I made it 6 months, I'd be surprised. Maybe 6 months.
Is that the only place? Is that only place you were a waiter?
Yeah, I think so. The first place I ever worked at that had a wait, that I did any weighty type of stuff, was just some little restaurant in a small Texas town. I was more of a busboy there, but I took stuff out there. So, yeah, to tables every once in a while. I think that was pretty much... No. I had one other one. That was a lie. I worked at a Mexican restaurant in East Austin. So, there I poured hot grease on a lady's leg off a plate.
Jesus, man.
You're
what are you doing?
What do you do now?
I work in retail, so...
All right, how have you messed that up?
And what's the worst thing you've done in retail?
Stick a coat hanger in somebody's eye? Like, what have you done?
Not yet, knock on wood.
Not yet.
Okay.
All right, God damn,
They
man.
got some choice locations, says Joe's Crab Shack. You got Garden Grove, California, Oceanside, Sacramento, Florida, Daytona Beach,
all right,
which is an S show, Orlando. They got one in Kentucky in Louisville.
That does not.
Branson, Missouri.
That makes sense.
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Makes sense.
I think you're getting the vibe of this place, just based on the locations.
Correct. There's a shark coming out of the front of it.
If it's,
is it good, though?
I never ate it.
I have. It's fine.
It's fine. Okay.
Is it any different than me and I was going to Bubba Gump Shrimp Company?
That's better.
Oh.
How was Bubba Gump?
Great.
Really?
It's much better.
Okay.
The only
I
issue
think
I
that's
have
serious.
with Bubba Gump, and I very much enjoyed my food there. It just, in retrospect, I was in, what is that? Where Cannery Row is, down there in
Monterey.
So there's plenty of restaurants, but you know me, I was just like, I'll pop in here.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, dude, Monterey has a lot of good restaurants you could have had lunch at. I was like, yeah, I know, I was just killing time.
Yeah, but you can also get a 22-ounce beer in a mug there.
My kids had a weird
And watch
association with Bubba Gump. They had never seen Forrest Gump. And it's a couple of years ago, I'm in Pennsylvania at the in-laws over Christmas or Thanksgiving, one of the two, but it's that part of the season, so Forrest Gump's playing. And the kids did not watch it from the beginning. And I don't remember exactly when they chimed in, but me and my father-in-law are watching it. So the kids sit down, they start watching the movie, and they kind of enjoy Forrest Gump because in their mind, he's kind of akin with Pee Wee Herman. You know, like, I know he's an adult, but, you know, like, all right, man. So they're enjoying the movie. What we didn't realize was based on where it is in the movie, they now go to Vietnam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's
so
crushing.
Bubba goes down, and even as an adult, man. I mean, it's a tough scene, and they are just devastated. And then through their tears, I can't remember which one of my kids said it, but they're like, is that Bubba from Bubba Gump? Like, yeah, that's the Bubba. Mm-hmm. But in their mind, this man paid his life for you to eat shrimp.
Well,
that's how they took that
I read an
scene.
article, this was years ago, but it was Rolling Stone magazine.
yeah.
It was about
Bubba.
It was about the Hollywood the Hollywood formula for the resident idiot.
Okay.
And how this formula works 99.9% of the time.
What's the general formula?
That you need one moron on a lot of things to, if you include,
Are they the sympathetic moron? Like you like this moron?
You like Gomer Pyle.
Sure.
All right?
Right. You know he's stupid.
Yeah. Andy Griffith is the smart one. You know, then you've got Don Knotts, who his deputy.
Somewhere between.
He's a moron.
Yeah.
So there was like this theory of having just this person that you were sympathetic to based on the fact that they had a lower mental IQ.
So Forrest Gump. Because
Yeah.
you're right. If Forrest Gump were your average adult, you'd be like, story of a millionaire. Right? That's how you'd take it.
Yeah.
But instead, because it's Forrest Gump, you're like, I don't mind that he played the Olympic ping pong team and started $1 billion empire and has his own shipping
It's a
company.
lovable idiot. It would be the equivalent of Joey on Friends. You know, like they were just saying that like it really helps the success of a show.
Sure.
When you have someone that makes you laugh because you feel like you're of superior intelligence.
Joey was just kind of.
He was stupid. It was
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
Even
These
if
other
he
people
wasn't
have like mental
No.
problems.
I know that what I'm saying. But
the
Gomer Pyle did not. Forrest Gump does. Joey was more like the lazy kid in class. The teachers liked him even though all he got was an F, right? And we understood that about him. He's not stupid, but he's kind of dumb, but he still made you chuckle when he showed up. You know, Homer Simpson. People like Homer Simpson.
Exactly.
Because he's an idiot. You know, no matter what he does, he's going to do it wrong, but he does everything
But a very
with his heart,
lovable
right?
character.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was like, they're like, this formula always works in Hollywood. Doesn't matter if movies, TV. I thought it was an interesting article. I was like, never really thought of it that way.
Where does Rain Man fall in that? Is he a lovable idiot?
So like Gilligan from Gilligan's Island.
Sure.
Lovable idiot.
Yep, without a doubt.
Same thing. So, I don't know.
They're all pretty stupid. They couldn't get off an island.
With a professor.
Right.
With a boat that doesn't go any more than 30 miles.
Hey, if there's anybody dumb on that island, it's the skipper.
I mean, look, man, the professor made a working radio out of coconuts, but he couldn't patch a hole in a boat.
Right. Yep. When should you have not tried to help? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Lindsay. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola. Hola.
I have a friend that stopped by to see me last summer, and I noticed that he was slurring his words really bad. He had a little pill problem. He was taking a lot of Xanax, and so I told him I was going to give him a ride home. He lived on Alki. I was on Capitol Hill. And it was last year. It was when the West Seattle Bridge was closed, so whenever that was. So it made it very difficult because he lived, it was far. Anyways, I gave him a ride home, and the next morning he called me up and lost his mind on me because he said I stole his truck. He remembered nothing.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. So, he lost his mind on me. The only way I could get him to stop yelling at me was to put my boyfriend on the phone because he wouldn't, do that to him. It was insane.
Did he ever apologize and realize or find his truck?
Oh, no. No.
Did he have a truck?
Yeah, he had a truck. His truck, he left it at we left it at my house, and I had his keys. I figured I'd have to go get him again, that day. Or, to pick him up. But anyways, he was just, I was flabbergasted.
Well, yeah.
But he never apologized.
Never apologized.
All right.
Never.
Not the friend you want to keep.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Damn.
you guys have a nice day.
Yep,
You
you
too.
too. Okay.
Yeah, that would piss me off.
Oh, yeah.
Look, man, everyone messes up. You don't remember what you don't remember, that's fine. But when you do see your truck, and I've been holding your keys for you so that you did not die on your Xanax high, it's simple.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, my bad. That would work. Just a my bad. Because, look, I get it. You were tripping on drugs. You're not going to remember anything. I will let that pass. It's water under the bridge. But, yeah, not saying anything about it. Man, F you.
Head to Georgia. A Cherokee County man was recently bitten by an injured rabid raccoon he tried to save by wrapping it in a blanket.
Again.
With duct tape. And driving it over an hour to a Roswell center that is not licensed to treat raccoons.
Especially rabid ones.
The Chattahoochee Natural Center on Saturday said the incident happened earlier this week. The man found the raccoon, injured and vocalizing in the road. He then put his coat around it, held the animal against his chest for at least an hour as he headed to the center, despite the business only being licensed to accept raptors, reptiles, and amphibians. Officials said while the man was en route, the raccoon was able to free its head and bit the man on the face and hands. He then drove home and wrapped the raccoon in a blanket with duct tape before resuming his journey toward the center. Now, he arrived at the
I'm determined to help.
Yeah. He arrived at the exact same time as children who were attending the center's Thanksgiving break camp an hour before the center's wildlife clinic opened. Camp director alerted wildlife officials that they met with a man in the parking lot with a kennel. Officials said after much forceful insistence on our part, the man ultimately agreed to seek treatment at a local hospital. Now, the center took the raccoon and made an emergency call to another veterinary hospital, which agreed to obtain the raccoon for euthanasia and submission to the Cherokee County Health Department to see if the thing was rabid. Less than 2 days later, officials said they were notified that the raccoon tested positive for rabies. The man did not provide his full name to the hospital or a wildlife staff, gave a fake phone number to the hospital that was treating him.
Why?
I don't know. They added they were able to retrieve accurate contact information from a family member who then called the center the next day. Why, they say the finder's heart was in the right place. He put himself, his family, staff, volunteers, visitors, transporters, and the staff of Bell's Ferry all at risk. They noted that lone wild animals in pain or distress do not vocalize in an effort to not draw predators.
Right.
They ask that before anyone seeks to capture wildlife. They first assess the situation. I did not know that.
Okay, well, they don't because, right, the predators, it's like the coyotes. They mimic an injured dog kind of thing.
Okay.
Because predators will go see what it is because it's an easy meal. So here's the crazy thing about rabies, right? So you get rabies. What is one of the absolute signs that you have rabies?
Foaming at the mouth?
Correct. That plays into this. All right. So whether it's animals or human beings, Rabies is essentially like a zombie virus. It takes over your brain for you. And like you've seen these things like with certain ants or butterflies, there's a zombie fungus that gets in them. And basically the rest of this ant's life is at the surface of the fungus as the fungus tries to reproduce, right? It'll control an ant to climb way up in a tree. The spore pops out of its head. It blows its spores out. Because that way, the fungus continues to go. The ant's completely unaware. So rabies is much the same thing, but rabies transmits through saliva. So what rabies does is make you aggressive just for the sole purpose of, I can reproduce if I bite you. So I'm foaming at the mouth because this is rabies babies, essentially, right? So it makes you aggressive because it's coming through your mouth, and that's why rabies kind of convinces whatever animal is in to bite something. Because essentially by biting you, it has no ill will toward you. You're just the new host.
Right. So it is like a zombie.
That's what I mean. So, like, when people get ravenous, they're aggressive and foaming at the mouth. The foam is the rabies kind of pre-ejaculatory, if you will. It's like that's where the babies are. And because it's your mouth, it wants you to bite something to transmit it.
Okay. All right.
How scary is that?
More fun trying to help animals. We stay in Florida. We go to Palm Beach County, Florida. Jeff Joel is a shark conservation activist. He talked about surviving an attack 5 days ago off of Palm Beach County. He is 69 years old. Nice. He said he was diving about 4 miles from the Jupiter Inlet on Saturday when he saw a lemon shark that was stuck in a fishing net.
I'm Googling a lemon shark.
After removing the shark's head from the net, Joel said the shark thrashed around and bit him on the forearm just above the wrist. Joel applied a life-saving tourniquet. He needed 40 stitches and was hospitalized for 2 days at a West Palm Beach hospital. Medical Center hosted a reunion of shark attack survivors and first responders on Wednesday, and a grateful Joel was there with his arm still bandaged up as he just tried to save a shark out of a net.
Yeah, lemon shark looks like any other shark.
But haven't you not seen those videos lately of people trying to get sharks back in the water who beach themselves?
Oh, yeah.
Am I the only one who gets those in my feed?
I don't know if it's about beaching themselves. I see people...
They get washed up sometimes.
Well, they're fishing for them.
Either fishing or something.
Right, so then, but you got to release it back in there.
But it's different getting it off a hook than it is picking it up on a beach.
Yeah.
And these sharks, like any animal, just spins around and, grabs a hold of it.
I mean, look, they do it, though. I mean, I get some of those shark fishing videos. My guy, Two-Turn Tony. But he got bit by one.
Got bit by a shark.
Yeah, that's like their thing. They're crazy dudes that live in Florida now, and they like shark fishing, but they don't kill the sharks generally. They just want to catch them and release them.
Yeah.
But yeah, in getting that hook out or whatever, they just snap around, and he got bit.
That's the tricky part. Like, I understand you want to prove that you can catch it and you're going to release it and that your mind's in the right place, but did you think it all the way through? Because at some point, you now have a very agitated shark on your boat and you got to get a hook out of its mouth.
One more snake story. A cyclist in New Jersey learned the hard way that sometimes people should let nature take care of itself. Dan Geiger. He's a rider, lives in New York, was riding his bike along a cliff when he saw a snake lying in the bike path. Instead of immediately moving away or keeping his distance from the reptile, he looked to help it. He didn't want it to get harmed. He tried to nudge it with his water bottle, but it didn't move. Geiger then reached out with his hand, a move he would quickly regret. The snake, a copperhead, bit him on the right hand index finger. Geiger stopped 2 passersby for help, who in turn called 911. They said copperhead venom is rarely deadly, but it can cause significant damage to the affected area when the bite occurs. Anything from intense pain, internal bleeding, swelling, blistering, even tissue death are possible as a result of a copperhead bite. He was taken to a hospital where a team of doctors worked to treat the rare injury. As venomous snake bites, they say, not common in New Jersey. The antivenom, the only effective treatment for venomous snake bites, was administered through an IV. But they say because of the quick response, bystanders, paramedics, doctors, along with having the antivenom ready at that hospital, likely saved him from suffering permanent damage to his hand. He was hospitalized for 2 nights before being released.
Just there's no chance I'm saving a snake or raccoons.
Well, look, first of all, just let nature take its course. Snakes are pretty resilient. They've been around for a while. Again, their body, just the way their body's built, you could, maybe a tractor's going to crush the thing. You could roll over it in your car. Right. It's going to slither off. I removed
a snake. I didn't tell my mom this till the other day, till last week, because I didn't want to freak her out. But she had a huge, pretty good size black snake in her garage.
Yeah.
I was cleaning out a garage over the Thanksgiving break. And this thing was just curled up in the corner. But I also saw rat and mice dropping. So I knew for a fact that I knew why that guy was in there. He was getting a free meal.
Well, it's probably warmer.
But he was pretty dormant.
Yeah.
So I basically just took the hoe down on his head, grabbed him by the head, then walked across the street to the neighbor's property, which is vacant, and threw it in the backyard. Now, I didn't tell my mom anything about this.
Of course.
But then I watched RFK Jr. the other day pick up those snakes by their tail.
And guess what happened?
Which is the absolute
that's the wrong
dumbest thing to do as far as what
and they were mating.
They were.
Yeah.
And I just
Again,
thought to myself, like he has never dealt with snakes before, obviously.
No, I
But
mean-
you would never pick a snake up by the tail. You try to pin the head down. You try to get the back of the neck.
what's going to bite you?
Exactly.
Right? I mean, like, what's the part that's going to do damage to you? Maybe address that.
I watched that
first.
video. I'm like, that guy is something else, man.
He's something.
He's something else. All right, still to come, the return of Who Sucks Less on the way at 4:30, and we've got your emails up next to the men's room at KISW.com.
And Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I'm Anna Garcia, host of True Crime News, the podcast. Every week, we bring you in-depth coverage on cases making headlines, as well as those that go under the radar. Tune in for murders that defy explanation, mysteries seeking exploration, and shocking secrets that will leave you breathless. Each week, we honor the victims by going beyond the salacious in our search for justice. Crime never stops, and neither do we. Listen to True Crime News, available now on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
Hi, I'm Steph, and I work at United Healthcare. When I think about United Healthcare's members, I think of my own family. My niece was diagnosed with an ultra-rare genetic disorder. I know how hard it is for families. At United Healthcare, we can make it easier.
I'm Brian. I care because I know what it's like to not speak the language. It's not easy. Health insurance is complicated. I would say our job is to make everything easy for our UHC members. I work for United Healthcare. I'm committed to care.
What's up, little psychos? I'm Investigator Slater, host of the Psychopedia podcast. Psychopedia is a true crime podcast delivering raw, real, and absolutely gripping episodes every single week. I dig deep to uncover fascinating details of heinous true crime cases while exploring criminology and psychology theories. I take you into the absolute darkest corners of the human psyche, my favorite territory, and present cases like you've never heard them before. Follow and listen to Psychopedia everywhere you get your podcasts.
Hinge Health offers access to virtual physical therapy and pelvic floor care at no cost to you. So you can get down with your favorite 90s song and get back up. Twist without a shout and drop it like it's hot without a single leak. Because your body is made to move. And Hinge Health helps it stay in motion. Check your eligibility at hingehealth.com/move. Hinge Health. Everybody moving.
The Second World War is the largest event in human history.
A 20-part series with Tom Hanks.
No part of the globe was untouched. No life unchanged.
Experience the ultimate account of World War II.
Every single person had a story. These are the stories that make us who we are.
Listen to World War II with Tom Hanks on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Steph, and I work at United Healthcare. When I think about United Healthcare's members, I think of my own family. My niece was diagnosed with an ultra-rare genetic disorder. I know how hard it is for families. At United Healthcare, we can make it easier.
I'm Brian. I care because I know what it's like to not speak the language. It's not easy. Health insurance is complicated. I would say our job is to make everything easy for our UHC members. I work for United Healthcare. I'm committed to care.
We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Blue Sox Last coming up in just minutes, but first time for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com.
Sorry, during the break, I just looked at Thrust. That guy might have been the worst waiter. Got a call there talking about spilling drinks and spilling grease on people. Yep. But he sounded like a really nice guy.
Yeah, he really did, man.
Like I would like him as a waiter. Just don't bring me anything.
Yeah, have the busboy bring it over.
Couple on our question, when should you have not tried to help? Guys, a guy got rough with his girl at a bar pool table. I stepped in, pushing him off her. She hit me in the head with a cue, so I shoved her into him. I said, never mind, carry on.
Yeah, don't get involved, man.
Yep.
If they ask for help, do. But I feel like 9 times out of 10, you try to do the right thing, and it's the chick that turns on you first. Like, you know the guy's going to turn on you, right? But you try to, are you okay? Next thing you know, she punches you in the face.
Mm-hmm. Or sometimes, I mean, it's just two dudes, but you show up to the point that the fight's breaking out. You don't really know what side, like, how did this start? Who knows what's going on?
Two people's dogs, anything. Don't get involved. I mean,
I did that once, and I did it reactionary, and one of the dogs was mine, and not a big shepherd
that's
at the
different.
time. Well, no, because the other guy had this big-ass Rottweiler, and at this time, and I got to know the dog was fine, but they, I don't know, the pissing contest, whatever. But me and the guy are talking, and suddenly they get into it, and just instinctively, I put my hand in the middle, like, stop! And they both sat down, and my dog, had that guilty look. Then I'm looking at the Rottweiler, who kind of had a look like, the F did you say to me? And I'm like, maybe I should. It was just instinct, but I'm like, can you get your dog?
But Miles is right. I had a buddy do it with they were two smaller dogs, but they're siblings, and they got into it all the time. And it was like, just don't pay attention.
Leave him alone.
He got bit.
Met a gal with a baby on a Trailways bus, Phoenix to San Diego. I gave her some money to help her out. 3 days later, she shows up at the Navy base where I was stationed. She needed a place to live.
Oh.
Off the Trailways bus, man.
That's always good stuff.
Yeah.
You ever hook up with the old lady on the Greyhound?
No. Woman from Portland.
A lot of action on these long.
Yes. Yes, there are. And it's much more talkative than planes.
It really is.
Because the people aren't all plugged in, you know what I mean, with their...
and they have something to say.
Yeah.
They absolutely do.
Most people on a plane, you see, they have a return ticket.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not a one-way.
It's a new beginning.
One-way ticket is a different conversation.
Bus is a much different animal.
When you're getting back on the plane and coming home. Guys, when I was 16, I went swimming with friends. One dude freaked out halfway across the lake and started pushing me under to keep himself up. After trying to help him multiple times, I had to punch him. That from Suzanne, the 884.
Yeah, I mean, that's the move.
Punch him.
Yeah, well, that's what they say. I mean, that's what they teach in life-saving. Like if
they're going to pull you down.
You need to drown their ass first, and then pull them out and resuscitate them.
That's why we learned CPR.
Yeah, you get on their shoulders and push them down. Like, you want to play this game? Shh. Mm-hmm. Oliver Cholos, I worked security in downtown Salt Lake a few years back. One day I'm doing a patrol. Some dude is running back and forth at the train station across the street, yelling that his skin was on fire. It wasn't on the property, so I kind of wrote it off as some tweaker until he disappeared at the other end of the station, and I immediately knew something was up. I get over there, and the dude is seizing from an overdose. So I go into work mode and run across the street, call an ambulance. While we're waiting for it, his fellow tweakers are yelling at me to call an ambulance, even though I already did. And they'd been right there. Then they tell me to let them give him water, which is a big no-no with a seizure. They're about to swing on me until the police and ambulance finally show up and deal with the situation. On top of his angry friends, my commander calls me 30 minutes later to tear into my ass for leaving the property and calling an ambulance, wrote me up for it. Needless to say, I didn't stay there any longer. Got on doing overnight security at the zoo. Way better job, where I don't got to deal with people. Keep on rocking, guys. That from Nathan.
What's it like at the zoo at night?
That's exactly what I was thinking, man. How weird is that?
I mean, are all the growls coming out?
No, because that's when a lot of those animals are very active.
That's what I'm saying. So
Right,
you get
so
the
you hear 'em
growling.
more. Yeah.
Well, you got Miles, you didn't you live by the zoo for a while?
Yeah. They had this.
Do you hear them?
They had this, some kind of like red-tailed falcon or something like that, right? Got loose. They were running down my street, man. And they all look like falconers. You know, like they got the leather thing on their forearm.
Yeah.
They're dressed like bird watchers. I mean, tan vest, the whole deal, you know. And I'm just watching them, man. And these crows are just tearing.
Losing their ass.
They're just tearing into this guy. They give zero. So he keeps trying to, he's flying now down to like Gasworks down Wallingford Avenue. And I'm just watching this go down. And it was, what's the best way to say this? Do you know how some people can run and other people can't?
Sure.
Yeah. None of these three people could run. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like you look at them like, ooh, you don't run, do you?
Yeah.
It was kind of that kind of like a run, like where your toes were way out waddled. And it was,
what I think to myself is, you're very smart.
I'm like, these birds are this bird is at the top of the tree. I guess you just stick out your arm and blow. I don't know how you get that damn thing down.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm just picturing these two running. They were like just running down the street. They were not running fast. One person had binoculars. You know, Jesus Christ. It was just a scene. I was like, this is too much. Okay, time for a few birthdays brought to you by Minzer Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly.
Got a few here. Liquor and Horse. Gentlemen, my brother Cody's birthday is today. Can you give me your penis is too small? And the Dirty German's talking about backdoor stuff. Thanks, guys. Adam Devin.
Yeah, when it comes to the back door, I'll go in either the front or the back door. It doesn't matter. You just tell me which one is open.
Ja, we have old saying in Deutschland. Sometimes the back door becomes favorite door.
Yeah. I come from the wrong side of the building. I did not know.
Yeah. It's like I'm from the Southern Hemisphere.
Guys, love the show. You make me laugh every day. Thanks for spreading happiness to the Pacific Northwest and beyond. Can you please send a very happy 31st birthday shout out to my son, Peter? A bong rip, some of Ted's skinless bangers, and the Dirty Germans talking about how the World Karaoke Championships competition will go this evening. Thanks, Liquor and Whores. That from the old man.
Mom, we have a skinless bangers. I don't want to get sick. Ew. On the regular skin ones. Skinless bangers, Mom. Send them over.
Yeah, I hear you having the karaoke contest tonight. I will tell you what, I will be there as one of the judges. Everybody gets 2 turns.
Yeah, it's the original skinless banger.
Yeah.
All the guys, another year has come and gone. Happy 40th birthday to me. Could Coach Ted explain what is needed when you turn 40? Also, the Germans giving their best advice now that I'm old. Thanks, guys. That from John H. in Sultan.
All right, turning 40. First of all, congratulations. It's a big birthday. I'll tell you what you do. I say you go out this weekend and rage, man. But then you got to prepare. All right, we got to have some electrolytes in the house. Maybe some Advil, this or that. But we might have to stretch before we even start this party weekend, depending on what you're doing. Be careful in the rivers. They're still very cold.
Yeah, what to do now that you're 40 years old? What I would do is send D-pics to 100 different random numbers. Even if it's a 1% return, you are 1% lucky.
Yeah, see if this town of Sultan, you can get some saliva.
Yeah.
Or a slurp.
Yeah, the Sultan slurp, they call it. Yeah, I'm here for the Sultan slurp.
Guys, my older brother very much enjoys
problem,
your
bud.
show. He goes to see you live every chance he gets. His name is Kyle. Today he turns 40, currently in Costa Rica.
Oh.
Living his best life, and all he wanted to ask me was for some dirty Germans telling him how to celebrate and a montage of fonts. He's my best friend, the best brother you could ask for. Please help fulfill my brother's only birthday wish. Kind regards, guys. That from Tessa.
Yeah, years ago, this particular dirty German was in Costa Rica. So if you want to live your best life, do what I did and find a random stranger who looks a lot like Shakira and tell her that your name is Steven Tyler.
Yeah, so you know, it's in Costa Rica. You can be anybody you want. Mm-hmm. You could even tell her you're German.
Yeah.
Deutschland.
Guys, my other half, Justin, is turning the big 4-0. I need your help to celebrate. He's an absolute diehard fan. He's been listening to you guys since before you were even on KISW. And your show has literally been the only thing that keeps him sane through years of grueling rush hour traffic, commuting on I-5 from Shoreline down to Ken and back. So instead of asking for the standard boring happy birthday, I want to open it up to the panel, handing over the wheel to you guys. Do whatever the hell you want. Thanks for keeping us all entertained and keeping the road rage in check for all these years. And help make his 40th unforgettable. Cheers, guys. That from Liesel. Dealer's choice, Mike.
Haven't heard that dumb owl in a while.
Good day, fellas. Luke from Melbourne here. 47 trips around the sun. Can I get a fish sandwich, an owl hitting the window, your penis is too small, and I cut that bitch off. In that order, please, Mike. Oh. How about Aussie Coke Ted talking about not needing coffee in the morning? Thanks, guys. Miles, Thrill, Ted, and Mike. Cheers. That from Luke.
You threw me off. Give me that order one more time.
It's got to be in the exact order. Fish sandwich.
Too hard to get a fish sandwich?
Owl hitting the window. Your penis is too small. Cut that bitch off.
That bitch off. Next caller.
And Aussie Coke Ted.
Third here, Ted from Melbourne. I don't know. I'm all cooked up now, trying to be an Australian. You know what the funny part is? It's very hard to get down here. You got to almost rob somebody and not get caught. Also, Mike, good call. If I know one thing about Luke, he'll DM me and tell me it wasn't in the right order. That's hard to do an accent and act like I'm on coke.
So wait a minute. Is today his birthday here or is today his birthday there? Because we come on at 8 o'clock in the morning there. So in other words, that's what I'm saying. Was his birthday yesterday for him, or are we one of the first people to wish him happy birthday this morning?
Mm-hmm. And finally, for the birthdays, guys, it's my 57th time around the sun, and although I always want to call in for my birthday, it's always falling on the Memorial Day weekend. And I miss you guys. Today's a special one for me, considering I just had knee replacement surgery yesterday. So my special day is laying around the house and walking very, very slowly. If you got a chance, I would love some dad jokes from Miles. Thanks very much. That from Matthew. All right, Matthew, I'll give you all I got. I was trying to tell a group of people about the dangers of dried grapes.
Oh, yeah?
Raising awareness. What does a proctologist and an astronomer have in common? What does a proctologist...
They both study Uranus.
That is correct. Ted's on it. Mm-hmm. Before being eaten, the ear of corn begged, please don't eat me. I served in the armed forces.
Colonel?
I was a colonel.
I got you.
All right.
Here's a good one. It's a local one. My first Queensryche joke ever.
All right.
You ready? Unlike a new mother's breast, Queensryche does lactate. That's so stupid. Not debating with it.
That whole joke was a mind crime.
A blind salesman comes to the door. What is he selling, Ted?
Insurance.
Blinds. And finally, my dad told me to put my whack in or I'd go blind.
Oh, yeah?
I said, Dad, I'm over here. All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Hinge Health Enso relieves muscle pain in minutes. It's an FDA-cleared device that delivers drug-free relief on the go, so you could feel better by the end of your favorite podcast. Check your eligibility at hingehealth.com/move.
Hi, I'm PJ Vogt, and I want to tell you about my podcast, Search Engine. We try to make sense of the world, one question at a time. No question too big, no question too small. We will even answer your questions if you send them in. Stuff like, what happens when a cemetery goes out of business? What should we do about teens using AI to do their homework? Who buys luggage at the airport luggage store? Follow and listen to Search Engine in partnership with Odyssey, wherever you get your podcasts.
Now, the men's room wants to know, who
Sucks Less? Stephen Throwhill, you bring us 3 stories from the news each and every week. They always suck, but it's up to us to determine out of the 3 stories which one sucks the least. Now, if you happen to like the Men's Room on Facebook or follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live, the debate is already underway on Who Sucks Less.
And like I said at the top of the show, I hope you're sitting down for this. All 3 stories related to something that rarely happens, an unruly passenger on a commercial airline. So in this case, a passenger was detained in Tahiti and banned from future Qantas travel after a plane traveling a long-haul flight from Australia to the U.S. was diverted after the man bit a flight attendant. Now, the flight left Melbourne at 2:30 p.m. on a Friday en route to Dallas. It was diverted to Tahiti 7 hours later when the behavior of the passenger forced it to land. Now, passengers and other crew, they came to the assistance of the attendant during the assault. Now, upon arrival in Papeete, the capital of French Polynesia, the plane was met by authorities and the passenger was issued a no-fly ban on Qantas, which includes any future Qantas airlines and Jetstar as well. Now, the plane was refueled and the flight resumed its journey to Dallas about 35 minutes later. So not the worst late flight to take off there, but a consular from New Zealand's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they said they're aware of the detention of the New Zealander in Tahiti. But they say for privacy reasons, no further information will be provided. However, footage uploaded to his social media showed the man in a heated exchange with the cabin crew, repeatedly telling them to F off because they asked him to move to the back of the plane. While standing in the aisle, he appeared to be stumbling and slurring his words, telling the flight attendant he wanted to walk out for a ciggy. Well, in response, the flight attendant said that he was carrying on like a, quote, 2-bob watch. Now, I do not know what that means, but apparently it'll lead someone to bite. So there's your situation.
He bit somebody?
He bit the flight attendant.
Oh, my God.
So apparently he was just hammered. They just asked him to move to the back of the plane.
Okay.
He made a big deal about it, got into a heated argument, and then decided as his final move, he would bite the flight attendant. Now we have a routine flight from New York City to Chicago. It turned chaotic after a disturbance on board led to the plane being diverted to Detroit, with the FBI on scene at landing and the passengers there describing a tense and frightening moment. So the flight, American Airlines 2819, departed JFK International Airport at 8:59 a.m. It was originally set to land in Chicago about 2 hours later, but it was diverted to Detroit due to, quote, a disruptive customer. Now, according to American, the aircraft was met at landing with law enforcement and medical personnel. So passengers on the flight, which was hours later landed in O'Hare, said the disruption began when the plane was about an hour away from its original destination. At one point, the crew asked if any medical professionals were on board. So one of the passengers says, quote, we hear this person in the back screaming, no, 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 and he can't get off the plane because he has to get off the plane because he didn't take his meds. Well, from there, things escalated. Then he started screaming, quote, I'm going to blow up the plane. I know planes. I'm going to kill you all. And he was this close to getting really, really aggressive. He was ready to attack the flight attendants. The customers were given a police escort after landing, with Americans saying they waited in the terminal while law enforcement conducted a search of the aircraft out of an abundance of caution, in case this guy's serious that it's going to blow up a plane. Passengers said, we're just sitting there not knowing anything hour after hour after hour. Well, according to officials, the plane landed in O'Hare 8 hours after it was originally scheduled. No further details were provided. So you got that guy. And now we have a flight from London to Antalya, Turkey. It was diverted mid-flight after a drunken man and woman were behaving, quote, disruptively. So the EasyJet flight, it was diverted to Kosovo after 2 customers were behaving disruptively on board, after which they were met by police once again upon landing at the airport. Now, the man and woman involved in the incident, they'd met on board the plane and began flirting with each other when they both found out that they were from Kent, England. Well, before long, a passenger recalled the pair exhibiting, quote, terrifying behavior when a woman spit on a fellow passenger while the man threatened those around him, bragging that he had previously spent time in jail. Now, in footage of the incident, because there's always that, the woman could be seen lunging across the aisle at another passenger shortly after a fellow passenger claimed she was swigging from a bottle of vodka. Meanwhile, the male flight attendant stood nearby trying to de-escalate the situation. Now, one witness said, quote, the pair were shouting, swearing at each other. Everyone was a bit scared. We all felt a bit helpless and felt sorry for the flight attendants. I decided to start filming in case evidence was needed. Now, amid the chaos, an announcement was made encouraging all passengers remain calm as the plane prepared to land in Kosovo, where police would get on the plane and escort the pair off. The flight then continued to Turkey and arrived about 3 hours late.
Okay.
That flight from New York to Chicago, it is terrifying. That guy's like threatening people, but I don't know why I found it funny. He's like, I know planes. But with that said, that is the shortest flight.
It is.
So based on that alone, I'll say he sucks the least.
Okay. I'll say that the flight from London to Turkey sucks the least because the flight from New York to Chicago was delayed for 8 hours, where the flight from London to Turkey was only delayed for 3. Obviously, the Australian flight where the person was bit, I believe that is the worst.
Yeah, that
so
was
I'm going to go. I'm going to go
delay.
London to Turkey is the one that sucks the least.
I'll take crazy guy without his meds from New York to Chicago.
I'm going with miles just based on assuming I'm on the plane. How long is my flight delay? 35 minutes?
8 hours is much different than 3.
Whatever you did, if that's the only delay, I can live with it.
Debate continues on Who Sucks Less. If you like the Men's Room on Facebook or follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. All right, coming up at 5:08, we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. You are listening to the Men's Room.
You know, over the years, I've seen it all. So now I'm sharing it all. Join me for unfiltered talks with the names you love on my new podcast, On Par with Maury Povich. Follow and listen to On Par wherever you get your podcasts.
Hinge Health Enso relieves muscle pain in minutes. It's an FDA-cleared device that delivers drug-free relief on the go, so you could feel better by the end of your favorite podcast. Check your eligibility at hingehealth.com/move.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
All right, coming up at 5:08, we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check-in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. Samsung has partnered with Clear to make a TSA-approved digital passport on your Galaxy phone.
I guess. I mean, people use their phones, so fine. Whatever.
Right? I can understand the convenience of it. Like your gate pass is already on there.
Right, boarding pass, all the stuff.
Right, we're working on IDs as we speak. So, like, if we can even bypass that and go for the passport, I'm
Washington State doesn't still have the license.
Yeah, we still don't have that.
We're one of those tech-savvy states in the United States.
Yep.
And we don't have that option.
We don't have
West Virginia does.
Oh, no, really?
Mississippi does.
But remember, we have tech-savvy companies. We do not have a tech-savvy state.
I suppose.
You know what I mean? Like, Bill
But West
Gates,
Virginia does.
they figured it because he was like, hey, this is what we got to do.
I mean, look, I used Clear for 2 weeks, right? I used one of their trials.
Yeah.
From what I could tell, like, you basically, once you have that, it has all your info, so it seems reasonable that it would have your passport in there, too.
Mm-hmm. You would think that it should, because even when you signed up for it, did it not ask you questions it already knew the answer to?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then I didn't really realize how it worked. I mean, it was easy. You don't even need to break out your ID, I don't think. Like, it's already in there.
Mm-hmm. I love it, man. The only reason I signed up for Clear, we were coming back from somewhere, and the line was super long.
Yeah.
And I did not have TSA pre-check. PSA. So I was like, I'm going to sign up for this Clear thing. Man, it took me less time to sign up and get through security than it would have if I just gotten in line.
Yeah.
I know you're not a fan.
They shove you to the front of my line.
I know, because I bribe them.
Give them their own line.
It's like bail.
That's where I'm at.
We're going to put you in jail because you're a danger to society. I got $6,000. All right, you're not that dangerous. It's the same thing with Clear. Like, well, you got to wait in line. Oh, you gave us, what, $200 a year? Good, you're at the front of the line, sir.
Of your own line. I've already been waiting.
I know, that's
I'm going to miss my flight because all you jamokes are getting over here with your doggone Clear and showing up at the last minute and getting in the front of the doggone line.
You travel all the time for dude, it's worth doing. One, you could write it off as a business expense because you do travel for the auction. You just get in line. I'm telling you.
You travel enough.
I got pre-check.
Yeah.
I do them both, brother. They damn near let you pilot the plane.
I don't like the way that they go about it. I'm fine with having something that is prepaid that gets you through faster. I'm fine with that. My problem is that they shove you in front of everybody else.
That is correct.
You should have your own dedicated line.
We do. You're just in it.
Now that's not right.
You're in my dedicated line. I'm just in front of you now.
Oh, Mike, what are you doing in my line?
Yeah. Holding everyone's place for him.
Thanks, dude.
According to medical professionals, moving to music is one of the best ways to stay healthy. Dancing.
Yeah.
Keep your body moving.
That's exactly what it is. That's all it ever is. Don't stop moving. Just keep going.
Don't stop moving.
You should be dancing.
Yeah.
There's a new experimental dry eye treatment that reportedly works with the immune system, not against it.
I did not realize that the other dry eye things work against it.
No, did I.
Yeah.
I had no idea. But hey, here
People
we are.
with dry eyes probably do.
Yeah, right. It tells me that it's a histamine response. Yay.
Well, you know it's got to be bad, right? Wasn't that the whole thing in Wedding Crashers? You put that in somebody's drink.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't that an old bartender's technique, too?
I don't know if bartenders did it, but people that went to bars would do it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You got somebody that you don't like at the bar? There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
If I was a bartender, I wouldn't do it, though.
No.
I don't want you blowing up my bathroom.
No. Take care of a raucous member of the crowd, though.
Yeah.
So maybe not the tender, but definitely somebody else. Bunch of thinking caps on Jen's time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day. I'll give you a 70% chance of success on this one. It is an adjective brought to you by the letter B. Steve the Thrill Hill, given that you are the current title holder, you have first whack at this one. Whack. This can describe somebody or something that is kind and generous, or something that is organized for the purpose of doing good. A B word that describes someone or something that is kind and generous, or something that is organized for the purpose of doing good.
Benevolent.
Bam! 2 days in a row.
All right.
Steve the Thrill Hill getting benevolent. Well
I was
done.
waiting. I was going to pick up that rebound.
What were you thinking? Or were you thinking benevolent?
Beloved.
Malevolent.
Malevolent.
The words you said. Malevolent. You're right, because it's a benevolent. Oh, man. Benevolent fund.
A benevolent fund.
Right?
Benevolent.
Malevolent.
Damn it. Are you doing this on purpose now?
She's 11 years old.
Like a benevolent dictator.
Yeah.
Evelyn is malevolent.
Malevolent.
I know what the goddamn word meant, all right? That's the point.
It's not a spelling contest. It's a word knowing contest. Jesus, I must stop.
Benevolent.
It wouldn't be a spelling bee. It's a speaking bee. The word is benevolent. Ah, crap.
Last week, I kid you not, I don't know what, it's a commercial break, and I saw something about a spelling bee. And you could ask Mike. I said, Mike, I hated spelling bee day at school. Man. Like, God, it was awful.
Did you?
Oh. And then sometimes they'd switch it up, and you have to keep, what is it? I don't know, you got to stand up till you get one right?
Sure.
Oh, how long were you up?
Oh, just right, just like, all right, just point me out.
I
get it.
stand for this class.
All right, Ted, your word is benevolent. Benevolent. Okay. And
I
we're
could
just
use it in
gonna
a sentence.
Can you? Go ahead, use it in a sentence.
Well, if I could say it correctly, but you know what I mean. Blank fund.
Oh, dear. It's been reported that nearly half of all cotton fiber used to make T-shirts is lost during manufacturing.
Really?
There's that much waste.
Is it like the lint trap under dryer?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Pretty much. I think it's just. I think it's how much is getting cut off.
What do you mean?
Because they make the design and then they kind of cut the shirt out of the fabric. Right?
Sure.
So I'm wondering if that's most of it that's lost.
I feel like you still find something to do with the fabric. You know, like you go to a restaurant, a lot of times their specials are, this is everything we trimmed off of something else that we have, right?
You look, your daughter does arts and crafts, right? Does she do anything with construction paper?
She does everything with everything, yes.
Okay, the little paper scraps. Do you do anything with that?
Yeah, I cuss and throw them out.
Exactly. There you go.
God, I should show you a picture of my basement.
I'm about to say, is it covered in glue and glitter and
paint and
pipe cleaners?
And it's all for this one Comic-Con outfit. And again, I do not know what it is.
No kidding.
But 3 hours a day, without question. She has a 3.6 GPA. She gets everything done. That puts on her headphones and works on this costume, which again, I do not know what it's supposed to look like when it's done. It's getting closer. And all I can tell is that everything's big, but to her credit, she makes everything herself.
Okay.
Every single part of the costume.
And you're sitting there right next to her making puppet props and stage pieces.
That is a good piece. That's a good point. I at least clean up
at this
my mess.
point, I can't be the only one of us in here that's like, I kind of want to see what this costume's
No
going to
kidding,
be.
dude. I want to see how,
I feel like we've
how
been
this
hearing
turns
about
out
it for a while.
What? She's been working on it since like November, man.
Yeah,
dang, dude.
Because even when we did Emerald City Comic Con, she was something else and she made that costume. And we said, oh, is that what you're doing in San Diego? That was the wrong question to ask. It's like, no, I have a different costume because that's a bigger one. I'm
Idiot.
Like, okay. And I've given up.
I don't blame you. A new study found that a daily glass of fruit juice may help improve your diet and your mood.
Really? I do enjoy some orange juice.
I do too.
Yeah. We were kind of done with the fruit juice because it had too much sugar.
I know, right?
But that's why it improves your mood. See, both things can be true.
Yep.
There's a lot of sugar in the fruit juice. It does this, that, and the other. Right. Flip side is when you drink fruit juice, it boosts your mood because of all the sugar and all the bad stuff in it. So you just pick your poison, right?
Yeah. And fresh squeezed stuff is great. It just costs a lot.
Oh, man. That's one thing. Every time I go to Mexico, everything. If you get fruit juice, it is squeezed right there.
Nice.
It is.
Nice. Somebody on social media asked, what is a single person luxury that people in relationships completely miss out on? And good news for y'all, I got the answers.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
So this here is actually the Reddit thread of all those answers of what is a single person luxury that people in relationships completely miss out on. Speaking to the two single men in the room here, is there anything here that you guys actually sit back and relax and think, you know what? Because I'm not in a relationship, I don't have to deal with this? Or
silence.
That might be on the list somewhere.
25 minutes of not having to talk about throughout the day what we could potentially have for dinner.
Okay.
When I get home, it's like, it could be in the morning, breakfast time. But I realize you got to take stuff out of the freezer and do those things, but I just do it and eat whatever I want whenever I want.
There you go.
So, I don't feel like barbecue tonight. I do. And I'm going to eat it.
But like I said, there's this weird thing when you're in a couple. And look, my wife and I have gotten past this because we don't always like the same thing. But, why is it so important? Look, I don't mind sitting down and eating at the same time. Why do we have to eat the same thing? Well, because that's what one of us is making. The flip side is we go to a restaurant. What are you going to order? I'm going to get the cheeseburger. Well, I was going to get the cheeseburger. Well, you can.
Cool.
Why do we have to order something different at a restaurant but eat the same thing at home? Just eat the food you want to eat. I think eating should be fun.
Mine does that too.
But
I was going to get the cheeseburger.
Oh, you can.
Cool.
It doesn't say one order per table, man. They will let you do this. Why do you care so much?
Because you were supposed to get something else that interested her so that she could try it.
I know this. And I'm like, then you should order that.
That's right. Well, I want to try the cheeseburger too.
Then order both.
I've said that.
Yeah, just order both. We'll take one home.
Put them both on the doggone table. I don't care. What is this single person luxury that people in relationships completely miss out on?
Pull this move next time, so she'll be like, I'll take, I don't know, the Cobb salad, and get her a cheeseburger.
And a cheeseburger.
2 cheeseburgers, one for me.
And plus, when you take a shower, you don't have to turn the entire bathroom into a sauna. Or, a steam room. I'm going to try to shave. I would like to be able to see my face in the mirror.
Yes.
Just so I can shave.
Exactly.
Not that these are all very small little things. If you're in a relationship and you're happy, none of this stuff matters. But it's just stuff that I don't have to deal with.
Oh, yeah.
No, but it's stuff you overlook.
I will say, Steve.
Yeah. That's the difference. It doesn't make you, but you're so numb to it that it's it's like getting a callus on your finger.
I will say, dude, we did go out to dinner not terribly long ago. We're sitting at the bar, and she's getting the carne asada tacos, right?
All right.
And the guy says, would you like 2, 3? How many do you want? She says, can I do 2? I said, she will do 3.
Yeah.
And 3. It's mine right there. Here we go. Okay.
My wife will pick my side. You want fries, tots, or a salad? Well, she knows salad is not going to be the thing. But if she really wants a salad, he'll take a salad. I'm like, really?
Also, I can get Chinese food without having to order 4 different dinners.
No kidding.
I can just get the one I want and then some egg rolls or wontons or whatever. Be done with it.
This one says, well, I just got home from work. I'm pantsless watching WWE Raw and eating double stuffed Oreos. All right. Having a great time.
You can.
That's right. This one's...
Ooh, also don't have to compete with your phone.
You know what? I'm going to leave that one for number 1, Miles, because I know that you're going to like this one here.
Okay.
Being able to fall asleep on the couch while watching something without somebody calling you to come to bed like a warden anytime naps.
She always falls asleep before me. I have to turn up the volume.
Yeah.
Over the snores. And then she wakes up for 1 second like, why is it so loud? Because you were snoring. And by the time I even say that, she's asleep again.
The only person that does that in my world is my mom. Mom, your eyes closed. I'm resting my eyes. No, you're not. You're sleeping.
I struggle with that one in a relationship. I'm just a later person.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of we'll go to sleep at the same time. Just I'm just not going to sleep at 10.
No.
Yeah, to me, we're going to wake up in the same bed. The difference is when you wake up, you're still going to get up 3 hours before me because that's where you operate.
Yeah.
Things, single person luxuries that people in relationships completely miss out on. Being able to do this in complete silence.
It depends where you are.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I'll be pulling my finger. That way, it's kind of a warning, like, this is going to happen.
Sure.
And what's funny is my wife now, she just kind of rolls her eyes. She wouldn't even look at it, just reaches over and pulls it. Because she knows I'm going to fart, but at least that way she contributes to the fart thing.
I get yelled at every time.
When you
Every
fart?
single time. Yes. Now, it's not like she's going on about it, but every time I let one go, Michael.
Well, where does she fart?
Here's the thing.
Where does she go to fart?
On the couch, on the bed. We've been out for a walk, and I've ripped one. Michael James. It's like, we're outside.
It's called a fart walk.
It's a fart walk.
It's
You're
after
ahead
dinner.
of me. I'm downwind. We're good. Like, what's the problem? I have farted in the bathroom. Michael James. Where else am I supposed to do this?
This is the spot.
This is literally the safest place for me to do this. You shouldn't even be in here. Why are you looking at me? Setting the temperature at whatever I prefer.
Yeah.
It's so cold in here, and I like it. I'm a tauntaun.
Once I became a dad, my view on that changed. You're cold, then put on a sweatshirt.
Yes.
Or put on a blanket. It's a different argument with the wife, right? But with the kids, like, no. You put on a sweatshirt.
I just don't like sleeping with an oven.
No kidding.
Every woman I've ever been with is an oven. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm like, are you okay? Do you have a fever? Like, this is unusually hot.
They're the lizard people, man.
You are unusually, really, really hot over there, man, and it's making me warm.
Here's a good one. This comment comes from YouTube. It says, you order a dessert and they bring you 2 utensils. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right? Like, if I order and I'm looking at the wait person, I would like fill in the blank. And sometimes they ask.
And
would you like-
she orders something too, but just
No, it doesn't matter if she doesn't. They come back and they'll even ask a lot of times, do you want 2 spoons or 2 forks? And I would say, no, I have no intention to share. And they always chuckle. And I'm like, why do people think I'm joking? Like, this is a statement. And they still come back with 2 every time. Like, God damn it, man.
just bring 2 orders of fries then, please. If that's the theory.
Yeah. This one says, cooking a meal that lasts a few days. Ever since I moved in with my partner, there's no leftovers anymore. I'm the problem child with that. Every time there's leftovers, like, oh, there's lunch.
But to me, that's what leftovers are. Leftovers are, hey, when you get them tomorrow, take this into work.
And she also doesn't like leftovers.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like when you're a couple, you're just putting food in containers to then throw them away 3 days later.
No kidding, dude. God. I'm not going to point the finger at.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I'm not pointing the finger in any direction on that one. You put it in the container, put it in there, and then it's like, I don't feel like eating that up.
Look, I forget my lunch at home more times than I actually bring it in.
Yeah.
I've got it there.
You sound like my son.
You know, seriously.
No, seriously. We have to drop by the school. Got to buzz your way in there. And now they don't even ask why I'm there.
Yeah.
Your lunch for your son? I'm like, how did you know?
Being able to do absolutely nothing all weekend without having to explain it to anybody. Again, these are single-person luxuries that people in relationships completely miss out on.
I don't have to explain it. And again, we've been together long enough where, like this past weekend, 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
Without ever having a conversation about it, it was an understood agreement. I'm going to do nothing. If you want to do something, you can. She also quietly decided, I don't want to do anything either. And sometimes we did nothing together. Sometimes we did nothing separately, but there was never a conversation, never a concern.
This was a trap for me, right?
I know.
I can't just go do laundry. There's laundry in there.
Yes.
It's not mine.
I know.
I move my laundry there, right? But the laundry is now in the washing machine. So what do?
Put it in the dryer.
I put it in the dryer. 90% of those clothing items,
they shrink.
They can't go in the dryer.
No.
But I can't use I can put it on top of the dryer.
Right.
But you've got another pile of clothes there that you're ready to wash, and there's no room up there.
And she's stalled
and
out.
they're wet. So, look, dude, I just want to be able to wash my clothes too.
Right.
Can you complete the process on just one load at a time?
Especially when you've got sensitive items. If you've got something that can't go in the dryer, all right, you stay on that. You need to dry your
I do remember when she came downstairs at one point in time, and she had a sweater that looked like it would fit a teddy bear. And I was like, what is that? She's like, you put this in the dryer. And I was like, my bad.
Well, why was it marinating in the washing machine?
Right. You're supposed to hang that dryer.
No, you are.
Why didn't you do that?
Exactly. Is that on me?
Knowing things will be exactly where you left them. Like the kitchen scissors.
The kitchen scissors probably drive me the craziest because I get so much grief about every other pair of scissors I use. I'm never using them for the right thing. And I'm like, look, man, the one universal pair we have, just put them back in the butcher block. They literally have a hole for them. That's all. You know what drives me the crazy? And look, my wife is fantastic in almost everything she does except her inability to close cabinets.
See, I
don't know why it drives me crazy, but I'm like, babe, I would think that we live with a poltergeist because when I get out of bed, like every single cabinet's open, and I asked her, it's either last night or the night before, because my son buzzes into the kitchen, grabs something, and the doors are just hanging open. I said, okay, is this like a genetic thing that you've passed down to the kids and nothing I could do? And when I've made this complaint before to my mother-in-law's like, I do that too. I'm like, but we actually got soft push. Like, just touch the goddamn thing, it'll close.
My wife worked farther away from work than me, so I typically ride the bus or take my scooter in, right? So she has the car. We have a shared car. So I occasionally use this.
Sure.
I cannot get in that car without the gas on empty.
Yep.
So I was always like, why is it? I was just waiting for you to drive it so you could fill it up and pay for it. I'm like, we have a joint checking account. Right. It's coming from the same place, woman. Why are you like? I think this car's got maybe a mile in it right now. Like
we're hosed.
I mean, seriously.
My mother was notorious.
Oh my
when
God.
I was short, and I never got
my
it.
God.
The same thing. My father just like, hey chick, I never drive. Why is there no gas in the car? How do you get to work? She's like, well, I knew you were going to fill it up. Like, God damn it. And he did.
Yeah.
But I'm like, look, she's working you, man.
Miles is in here, never having to discuss plans with anybody. No discussion on dinner, what to watch, what to do, where to go. You do what you want all the time.
Yeah. How many shots have you had? Said no one.
Why is that bottle empty already? Because I drink it. And then I'll give you this last and final single-person luxury that people in a relationship completely miss out on. They say this one is starfishing the bed.
Oh, man, I love that. I do. I go sideways.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go diagonal.
Yeah, me too.
And it makes no sense. But, I did it this morning. I woke up. I was just diagonal.
I call that my NBA pose because I figure those guys
get
too
more
big for the bed.
space, man.
A woman in Florida was charged after stabbing her sister, but why she did it's just ridiculous.
Why did
Miles.
you do that?
Tell you about it at 5:50.
Thanks. Our headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast an anonymous woman from somewhere. She's the unfortunate star of a video that was posted to TikTok by her boyfriend. Now, their particular situation, it all started when the boyfriend asked his girlfriend if she would be kind enough to put his backpack in the trunk of his car. And she obliged, lifted the trunk, tossed his bag in, and walked away. Now, it should be noted, his car is a Chevrolet Corvette C8. Now, unlike previous generations of Corvette, the C8 uses a mid-engine design, meaning that the V8 engine sits behind the driver instead of under the front hood. So, in other words, the trunk is up front and the engine's in the back. She did not know this, nor does she recognize an engine block, which is what a lot of people questioned. Anyway, she opened the bag, threw it in the backpack, and turns out the engine was still hot. Well, not sure if the car still drives, but the backpack itself and all of his personal items inside of it, including one of his phones, they were all melted and now a complete loss. He was losing his mind. He was pissed. So it's just, I guess this is the first iteration of Corvette where they put the engine in the back. She opens the back. He's like, so as he's saying on the video, he's like, I understand that, but it's obviously an engine block. I mean, like when you look in the trunk, it looks like most people's hood. And for whatever reason, and the thing is, when you see her, she looks very distressed. It was obviously a mistake. She's all teary-eyed. But yeah, threw his backpack in, and it melted to the freaking engine block. And again, I don't know if the car is drivable, but that backpack is beyond repair. Damn. So we pour this booze, and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy. Yummy! So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies.
Steven.
Down the hola, bitchola. Yeah.
All right, let's get a contestant on the line now for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
I'm Jenna Fisher.
And I'm Angela Kinsey.
And we have the podcast Office Ladies. Every Wednesday, we'll be sharing even more exclusive stories and lots of laughs.
Follow and listen to Office Ladies on the free Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
Hinge Health gives you access to pelvic floor therapy at no cost to you, so you can laugh until you cry, not pee, and tell pelvic pain to take a hike so you can too. Check your eligibility at hingehealth.com/move.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhook, so please tell everyone how Profile This is played.
Oh, sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story. Something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes a story a story. Hello, Jordan. Welcome to the Men's Room.
What up, bitches?
Hola. All right, Jordan, you understand how this here game is played?
I do. I just had one quick question for you.
Yes.
Whatever happened to the Friday happy hour?
We just stopped doing it. Yeah. I mean, like that, honest to God, that's the long and short of it. Just like, nah, we're done. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right, well, look, today you have a choice of one of three categories. We have interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone. License to spill, where you guess the substance responsible for creating the mess. And finally, today, everyone's favorite, animalize this, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem.
I'm a truck driver, so let's go with the spill one.
The which one?
Spill, license to spill.
License to spill. All right, you got it.
Yeah.
Mike, license to spill.
My bad.
All right, we go to the fine state of Virginia, where a tractor-trailer crash was impacting traffic on northbound Route 29 after a truck spilled its cargo. Now, according to deputies at the scene, one tractor-trailer swerved to avoid another truck, causing the driver to hit the other truck in the process. That's when the cargo dumped out across the highway. Trooper Austin Tosh said, quote, "It seemed like traffic was stopped and the driver tried to brake. I don't know what happened. I can't make any speculation right now, but he tried to miss the truck, but he did make contact." And Virginia State Police did say there were no injuries reported in the crash. So again, the guy was trying to do the right thing and avoid hitting the truck, hit the truck, the cargo spills out. So the question is, what did the truck end up spilling all over the highway? Was it chicken parts? Was it sand? Was it White Claw? Or was it what we will call septic contents? So chicken parts, sand, White Claw, or septic contents?
I'm going to go sand.
Sand.
Did you say how long it was closed? The highway's closed?
It does not. I don't know.
This feels like a sad, sad story. I think it spilled White Claws.
White Claws?
Yeah.
I'm going, based on that area of the country, I'm going chicken parts. For sure. All right, what was spilled all over the highway there? Chicken parts, sand, White Claws, or septic contents? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Probably still do it. I mean,
Categories license to spill. Virginia tractor trailer spill caused delays on the highway after a crash that was tried to be avoided. But the question is, what was the contents, which was apparently based on the choices pretty nasty. Other than sand, we had chicken parts, White Claws, and septic contents.
And Jordan, that is the question that we posed to you. Let us start with you, Jordan. You went with sand. You wanted to take it easy, hope nothing too bad. Unfortunately, it was not sand. Miles Montgomery, you went with chicken parts based on the part of the country, which makes sense. However, not chicken parts.
Oh, that's good.
Then, Ted, you said it's a sad day, so I knew you were going to say White Claw. And you're correct. Oh, yeah, cans of White Claw came spilling out of this thing.
That I'd pull over for.
I was going to say, they didn't say how long traffic was backed up, but I get the feeling there were a lot of volunteers ready to help with the cleanup.
Likely. Looking for their favorite flavor. Now for all TV news all the time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Did anybody in here watch the American Music Awards?
I did not. I saw it the last 5 minutes. This is my wife said.
Is that Billy Idol? Did you see him?
That was Billy Idol.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
I mean, he was cool, dude. It's Billy Idol being Billy Idol.
Okay.
That's the main thing.
That's literally all I saw.
That's kind of the main thing people are taking from it, is that Billy Idol was great, right? Because he did Eyes Without a Face and Dancing with Myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he still crushes, dude.
Yeah. Miles, you said you saw Miles.
I've seen him 2 or 3 times.
Because I don't think he's a performer. That is who he is. It's kind of like Ozzy, right? So you're like, hey, all I do is music. So they gave him, Lifetime Achievement, whatever it was. And he's like, yeah, I'm doing 2 songs. And he went up there and just rocked the F out.
Dude.
Steve Stevens came out looking ridiculous, but they hit it.
Where we're doing our 55th party, Tulane, right? They have an outdoor amphitheater. This show is probably in August. He starts maybe 8 o'clock at night. It's still hot outside. It's still kind of humid. He's still doing Billy Idol.
Right.
In a leather jacket kind of thing.
Kind of has to.
So he comes out, man, and the sun is not all the way down yet. The sun's still out. He comes out with Dance With Myself, which is a very high intense song. And at the end of it, he's like, I don't know why they make me come out with that one all the time. I know, just tell them no. I hate it. I hate doing that one first. I was just like, I like this guy.
Yeah, and I think that's fine after a certain age. You're like, all right, he's Billy Idol.
Yeah.
Also, performers on that show, you had Hootie and the Blowfish, New Kids on the Block,
all right,
Pussycat Dolls. I didn't even know they were back.
Me neither.
Yeah. I mean, Hootie and the Blowfish, I can't make fun of. I literally saw them last summer or 2 summers ago.
They're great.
Yeah, and if you like Darius Rucker, that's what I tell everybody. I go, don't worry, you'll know more Hootie songs than you think.
Yes, you will.
And then Darius, in the middle of it, he does Wagon Wheel. I think he might have done he does a couple of his country songs, and then they did some really cool covers.
Yeah,
I forget the bands, and I was like, man, even I forget, that guy's just a great singer.
Yeah, it's a great singer, good musician.
Yeah, he's got some other stuff coming out there too. In case you're wondering, Bieber, the Biebs, he won Best Male Pop Artist. Woo.
He's back.
He is back, kind of back. Good for him. I mean, he headlined Coachella, this and that. I thoroughly like it.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It is. I thoroughly like his new album.
Okay.
Let's see. I talked about this, I think, a little bit, like a week or 2 ago, but and obviously Seattle matters a little bit more because not only do we have World Cup, as the World Cup approaches, not only do we have World Cup games here, we actually have the USA playing one of their opening round games here.
Okay.
Right? We have Australia on June 19th, Juneteenth, right? Noon kickoff, so I expect that'd be crowded down there and stuff.
I would think so.
Yesterday, they came out with the final roster. World Cup squads are always tough. You can make arguments for a couple guys that maybe should have been on, a couple people that were left off. I will say I like the Geo's in there. He hasn't been playing a ton overseas, but that kid just has so much talent and is so special on the ball.
Where does he play?
So he came up through the Dortmund system, which is in Germany, which is like kind of the second biggest club behind Bayern Munich, right? But he's had some injuries and this and that, so I think he was on loan this year. So he was somewhere in the English league, like Nottingham Forest or something like that. So he just doesn't have a ton of games. But for an American player, he just has more God-given talent and play. Like he can do stuff with the ball that just a lot of our guys can't do.
Okay,
you know what I mean? And we have a lot of good players that are technically sound and this and that. He just has a different kind of flair. I mean, that's always one thing I always loved about Clint Dempsey, and he gave credit to where he grew up in Texas, being so close to all the Mexicans next door. He was like, I play kind of a different style than most Americans that grow up in the American system do.
Sure.
But I want to remind people, and like I said, they should get out of that group. I would have them head into at least the knockout stage would be good. But there is a show on the Vice Network, Soccer's American Dream, and they just do a really good job, right? The first episode I saw, they were talking about Pele and kind of the start of that. Then you got up to like them hosting a World Cup, and then kind of the MLS stuff, right? Like even now, we have the Sounders, right?
Yeah.
You have, Atlanta FC showed up, right? I mean, even the Timbers, to their credit, there's a lot of good atmospheres and players that want to come over here. Like they were talking about just playing in like the late 90s and early 2000s. They were like, the MLS was kind of ghetto.
Oh, for sure. It absolutely was.
I was talking to somebody about I know it's a big deal. I know a lot of people are coming into town. And I completely spaced on it. But I was like, like Seahawks, sell out. Sundays, you can still get around. You can still do things. Like, what's a big deal? Like, well, the games are basically at noon on a weekday in the middle of the work week. And I'm like, oh, so, the traffic coming in. That's why it's going to be a little nuts downtown. Just because the games are, Monday through Friday, most of them.
Yeah. And then I saw this cool thing last night. I didn't even really think about, like, you're hosting games here and stuff, but, like, Belgium, like, their national team, I'm pretty sure, is just taking over with the Sounders practice.
Oh, really?
And they'll be there, for
cool.
I think the entire tournament. That's their home base.
Damn. All right.
Yeah. So most of them are kind of around where their opening round games are. So that one makes sense. Obviously, Iran, who is playing here,
yeah,
they're staying down in Mexico.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Yeah.
Right.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, and some of them just didn't make sense, but I get it. And the other thing too is people got to understand when we're having the World Cup here, like usually it's in one country in Europe or Asia. They're just smaller countries, right? So the travel is just a ton and this and that. So that's why I saw there's like 4 or 5 national teams. I think even England's based out of Kansas City, because I'm assuming they just think that's kind of the center of our country, which it is.
Which more or less, yeah.
So it's like, all right, that'll be easier to get.
It's going to be hot practice in there.
It is going to be hot practice in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different stuff with that. I mean, I know, I've been watching the English League for a lot of years now and this and that, but even, and I'm not saying it just because he was an Arsenal great, but like Thierry Henry, right? When he came and played for Red Bulls in New York, he was like, A, it's kind of amazing. I can walk around parts of New York and I don't get mobbed.
Sure.
And then he was like, B, he was like, it's not like he's a dumb guy. He grew up in France, but he's just like, I just didn't think about the travel. And that's what most of them, you know what I mean? If you play in the English league, like you're taking buses most places. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So like the idea of coming here and it's like, we got to fly,
fly 3,000 miles.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. So with the World Cup, it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, watch that show on Vice. Like I watched a few more episodes of it last night. And then, like I said, HBO has a special right now following our national team from the last World Cup and them training, trying to bring in a new system and this and that. But it's good. It's getting me kind of fired up for the World Cup. I've been kind of concentrating on other stuff. It's Champions League Saturday, but so it's kind of it's good. If you're into soccer, it's a good behind the scenes look. And frankly, I think if you're a Sounders fan at all in the area, it's a great look at how far the MLS. I still have plenty of issues with that league.
Yeah,
but it is cool to see how far it's come along.
Sure.
I mean, Dempsey was still playing.
I just hope Seattle's ready for it. Because they keep saying they are, but of course you're going to say you are, because it's like a job interview. You're going to lie, right? But I'm like, you can't handle the traffic of the people that live here. Right? You do a piss poor job on that. All the decisions you make about that. And I'm like, you understand a lot of people that are coming here. And if you can't handle this,
I don't think they care.
Look, the people aren't going to care because you're going to find a way to enjoy yourself, but don't give yourself credit for this. That's because they're visiting somewhere internationally. They're going to have fun. But, like, if you can't handle the traffic that already exists or decisions you make to deal with traffic, fundamentally speaking, there's no reason for anyone that lives here to believe that how to handle this.
I think what helps a little bit is that a lot of people will be coming from other countries.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be driving, period. Mm-hmm. And then also, I think a lot of people are going to love Seattle, because of our weather.
Oh, God, you're talking about the perfect
June
time.
In July,
yeah.
It is going to be sweltering hot, and most of the other places they're playing. Then also, like I know up in New England, they're like charging these ridiculous, they're raising prices on trains and stuff.
I saw that.
Just to get out to the stadium. So like the fact that like the light rail literally stops at our stadium area, there's plenty of bars and stuff around there that you can go to. Like I think people are really going to be like, man, I wish our game had been in Seattle. Now, for the locals, you're not wrong. There will be extra traffic and a lot of people on the trains.
And I mean, look, I'm not bitching about the extra traffic, because if you're hosting a World Cup, that's the case. But like Seattle can't handle the traffic of the people that already exist.
Yeah.
Right? They just never make a good decision about it. So it's like a lot of these people aren't driving, but you can have a lot of people taking Uber and a lot of people taking, like, traffic vehicular is still going to pick up. So whatever it is you have not figured out yet, and I would say my kids could give you advice that would help, like, figure it out, man. Because your whole thing is World Showcase, right? So you're going to cover up graffiti, kick out homeless people, do all this stuff to put lipstick on a pig and it's like cleaning your house because guests are coming over. Like, that's great, but still understand logistically, which is where this city struggles mightily for no reason other than bad decision-making and policy. Like, figure it out. Because you're going to be in the world stage, right? So like I said, you can kick out homeless people and paint over the penis graffiti all you want, but figure out your traffic.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be substantial. I truly believe. I think that's the biggest thing.
I don't think there's going to be that many extra cars. Because, again, the people are traveling. Like, the bulk of people going to these games are coming from somewhere else.
You're right, but I'm just saying between Uber, They won't be driving themselves, but you still got to have more vehicles on the road because, look, any of these cities, if you're hosting World Cup, like your hotel's down, whatever's closest to the stadium, like they're already gone. So you
It's
got
gonna be
people
tough
coming
getting
from
on
there.
that
We're
train.
lucky to
Come
have a
from
very
SeaTac.
we're lucky to have a very walkable city too, for the people staying downtown.
Sure.
Yeah, and our stadiums are close. I mean, I think, unfortunately, a lot of these people are going to come to this country and go to Dallas to go see a game at Jerry World.
In the middle of nowhere.
And realize they're nowhere even close to that stadium. So for the most part, like I have some friends with the East Coast that are specifically soccer nerds that are flying in, and they're like, "Well, dude, we'll just stay at the airport and take the light route." I was like, "That's the right call." I believe there's still Eastern Conference NHL hockey on tonight.
Yes.
I know the Eastern Conference NBA is done, so that game got canceled for tonight. Referees seem to love Oklahoma City, so that's going to a game
Because it gives them
tomorrow.
something to do.
Yeah.
That's
I
what they like.
saw it was a whiteout the other night there, too.
Oh, you mean with shirts?
No, just the people.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Never good when a 69-foot sinkhole opens up in your backyard.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, when you stab your sister 10 times over a phone, you lose your family invite card. There's a clear winner when a train meets a bike. Police try to find the owner of a creepy puppet that you would not like. And today's rescued animal is a dog trapped in a storm drain. It's time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
All right, our top story, we're going to Florida where sibling rivalries know no bounds. The story goes that a young teenager emerged from her room one day to find her 26-year-old sister going through her phone. Reasonably upset about the situation, the two got into an altercation when she went to reclaim her phone. But the older sister, for whatever reason, became so incensed during the altercation that she armed herself with a knife and stabbed her little sister in the back as she ran for the door. She then continued her attack, stabbing her for several more times, stopping only when she pleaded for her life. She was arrested and just recently sentenced to 180 days in prison and 7 years probation.
Did you see how angry she looked in that mugshot?
Yes.
God, she looked like she was just pissed.
You're going through her phone. Why are you
the one who's
puffing
mad?
your chest?
Yeah.
Right. Why are you stabbing her? And you get 180 days for trying to kill your sister?
I could not believe that was it.
You know what?
Damn.
You know what? To be fair, they tried to get her on attempted murder, but the judge dropped it. So I think that's why she's getting so little time.
Okay.
Now it's aggravated
Where'd she
assault.
stab
her? In the back. Oh, and then everywhere else.
That does seem like attempted murder.
I don't know how
But her
she got
sister
those
was
charges
15.
dropped. Right. I don't know how those charges got dropped. The judge threw that part out. So it's got to be a plea deal. Because I don't understand how you can stab somebody multiple times and it's not attempted murder. Yeah. Anywho, but that's why I'm not a judge, Ted. In other news, we go to Florida for a bad situation that could have been avoided. A 68-year-old bicyclist found his way into the news after he lost his patience waiting for traffic. He weaved around stopped cars as he made his way to a set of train tracks that he intended to cross. A detective that had happened to be at the scene attempted to get the attention of the bike rider, but he had already committed to crossing the tracks, looked the wrong way, and promptly made contact with the train that was rolling by at about 35 miles an hour. The crash knocked out power in the area and caused some heavy traffic delays, and yes, our man did not survive the incident. Yeah. I don't get it. You know, there's a reason why everybody stopped. There's crossbars, maybe not over the portion of the sidewalk that you tried to go over, but you can clearly see the crossbars are down. You're on a bicycle. Why in the world? I don't get it. Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah.
It won't happen again for him.
Yeah, bad
Fact.
decision. Yeah.
That's a fact. That's, you know, I hate to speak ill of those that have passed, but that... Down to St. Louis for an interesting crime spree. A local man was identified as the suspect who fraudulently stole a staggering number of tires from a local store. In his ruse, he allegedly would use several stolen or fraudulent credit cards to buy tires from the store. Before the payment went through, he would pick up a load of tires, and the credit card would inevitably decline the purchase. Luckily for the store, our boy used his own Text Now number in the first purchase and also used a truck from a previous job to take on a load of tires. In total, he's being accused of stealing more than $31,000 worth of tires, and he is due in court soon. Wow. From this one store. He's got to be one store. Elsewhere.
I mean, come on.
Huh. The fact that he got away with 31 grand, that's... I don't know this situation because I don't know how you buy bulk tires, go load them all up, and then get out. You know
Also,
what I mean?
like, who... if you don't own a trucking company or like who would need that? Like he's not.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who are you fencing these to?
Right, he's not a rental car place. Like where? I would have just been like, my man, what are you doing with all these tires?
Right, stealing them.
yeah, right. Like, do you even have an excuse?
No kidding. But it worked for him, I guess.
Sure.
He did it for a good long time. He got $31,000 out of it. So
I feel like if I'm that good, I would steal something else.
Right.
Move to priceless artwork or jewelry.
Yep. Yeah.
Like you're stealing tires.
Put it on my fraudulent credit card. Still in Missouri, a local family has a chance to put in a pool. The resident tells local media that she noticed that her grass was sinking one night and reported a staggering 8-foot drop in her yard by morning that opened up quite a bit more the next day. Experts have ruled out a sinkhole in lieu of a coal shaft that collapsed underneath the yard. And after all the sinking subsided, the hole was measured at a massive 12 feet in diameter. And as far as depth, Ted, you know how deep it was.
69 feet?
69 feet. Federal funding is going to cover some repairs to the yard, which will include roughly 300 yards of concrete to fill that thing. And then they're going to put some topsoil and grass seed on her.
So it was not a sinkhole.
No.
It was an old mine shaft.
It was a coal shaft that collapsed, yes.
And where was it? Ohio? West Virginia?
Missouri.
Oh, all right.
I feel better about that.
Right.
A sinkhole, like, it's just going to keep growing. Correct. Mine shaft, you go, now we know where it is.
Right. At least that was some oversight. The Fed's going to cover it.
Sure.
So that helps. And there's not a doggone sinkhole under my yard. 69-footer, too.
God, man.
That's a lot.
That means your house is not on solid ground.
That's, honestly, I was thinking the same thing.
More about the house.
Like, how in the world does that thing sink that far down?
It's going to keep opening up.
Yeah, there's other channels in there.
Yeah.
It is, but again, a sinkhole I know will keep getting bigger. And there's no way, at least with the mine shaft, to me, should only be as wide as the shaft was.
Correct. Yeah.
But is there other veins that they've dug underneath your home?
There might be, but I would think if the Fed is going to cover this, the Fed has done their blueprint research.
Yeah, and they're hoping to have it done by the weekend.
Damn.
So, oh yeah, they're going to get on it quick.
Oh, now you can move fast.
But they got to put a team down there to go and make sure that the rest of it's secure, I would think.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Know what I mean? But just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
We go to Arkansas for the latest rescue mission. A couple local boys were going about their day when they noticed something in a nearby storm drain, a dog that was peeking out from inside, somehow getting himself trapped. They alerted authorities who were able to remove a nearby manhole cover and extract the dog. They were able to reunite him with his family safe, sound, and unharmed, though it's not known how he became stuck inside the doggone drain. He found his way. Life, finds a way.
F up.
Men's Room Sports is playoff hockey on TNT tonight and baseball over on MLB Network. The Mariners wrapped up the series against the A's this afternoon, and in true Mariners fashion, they swept the doggone A's. So good job, boys. They hit the road tomorrow so they can be back to host the Diamondbacks for a 3-game series that I'm sure they're going to get swept, but that'll be over the weekend when they get back home. As far as your weather, clear skies and a low of 54 tonight, open up to a partly cloudy skies tomorrow, and a high right around 78. It's going to be a hot one, baby. That's your headlines with that, Mike Hawkins.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Barbecue season kicks off tomorrow with the head chef at Ted's Meat and Potatoes, game known as Big Dummy as well. Lovely Jolene up in just seconds.
Yes, indeed. It's all true, but in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.